you'd found the location of King Hecaton, and you just had some unfinished business to take care of. That unfinished business were some aboleths from deep in the Trackless Sea that were cultivating. Well, actually, they weren't really cultivating and nurturing the juvenile kraken. It was actually another aboleth, but they came to steal it and use it as a weapon, so they could become kings of the sea, as they like to do. However, you guys had something to say about that, and you defeated Gothka, and then you'd confronted the other two aboleth. You tried to convince them that they couldn't really handle a kraken, and they're best to just give up on this venture, but they thought that they had what it takes to try and control this kraken, and they weren't going to let you guys harm it. You guys weren't going to let them simply leave with it either, or continue letting it grow. And so you had to fight and destroy those two aboleth. And then you're left to deal with this juvenile kraken who was waiting near the top of this deep, inky rift surrounded by magical runes. You're able to identify those runes as these special, I guess they're kind of like Shadowfell magic. They feed on despair, and they've been drawing in all of the despair of the styes and turning that into a special power that expedites the growth of the juvenile kraken. So it'll go from a little baby kraken to a fully grown kraken within a matter of weeks. And you know, the last thing you want is a kraken running around, or at least another one, because you have linked these cultists of Thurisden to this Kraken Society, a secret faction that you guys were unaware of until recently, that orchestrated the capture of King Hecaton and has thrown all of Faerun into upheaval. So you need to get King Hecaton back so he can fix the Ordning, so Faerun can be safe, because giants are destroying the land. And then you may need to deal with giants as well. You know, some of the giants have become unruly. We ended the session with you guys teleporting back to Mirabar. So that's where you guys are now. Mirabar. I'll just bring on up the overland map first, actually. So Mirabar up here, near the spine of the world. And you came here to get your airship so you can go around the Trackless Sea, northern islands of the Trackless Sea, and find King Hecaton. However, there is a problem. Returning to Mirabar at the docks, you soon learned from Trout and Nyzeroth that Alistair has taken the airship. The half a dozen shield dwarfs that you had under your employ, and they've been having a good time in Mirabar. They were off sharing an ale and just waiting for you guys to return. And they're at home here, and Trout and Nyzeroth, they seem to have let Alistair on the airship by himself, and then he's taken off with it. So you guys are in Mirabar. You're down at the docks. It's pretty cold up here in Mirabar. The ocean here is actually quite treacherous. It's pretty freezing, to be honest, when you're standing here on the docks. You see various other ships, trade vessels and sailing ships docked here, and a number of these Axe of Mirabar soldiers scattered around. And Trout and Nyzeroth has just broken that news to you. Just as a refresher, like lore-wise, Mirabar, it's the richest city in the north. It's actually more of a human city rather than dwarves. However, underneath Mirabar, there are just tunnels and tunnels and caverns of dwarves within the city underneath. There's a full dwarven city and tunnels that stretch throughout the north underneath the city. Underground is where the dwarves live. Yeah, Nyzeroth just says, yes, about the airship. It's gone. Alistair, he seemed to have taken it. We were hoping that he was going to be back soon, but that's not the case. We've been waiting for your return. to tell you.
How long has he been gone?
Oh, about a day. Once Cloth hears of this, he'll be dead, that little gnome. We should go to Cloth and Vale and tell Cloth at once. He'll deal with it.
Norin does not like the sound of that idea.
Yeah. Seems like there might be better options.
Well, there may be one option. We could potentially try scrying, and I can send him a message. Or one or the other, or both.
Yeah, you could
Scrying might
send a
work,
message
yeah.
first. I think it's easier. Just ask him
What should I say to the little fucker? Where the fuck's our ship? Bitch?
Yeah.
No? Something like that?
Something like that. He might have a reason, so you could try being polite, or you could try threatening him to start with. Either way.
Alright, I'll send a message to... Oh, actually, never mind. Do I have that learned? No, I don't have it. Well, we can rest, or I might have a scroll. How long are we staying here for? I have a scroll sending.
This is just we're on our way to the ocean.
So we're not planning on staying here for a day or two? Of any kind?
We might need to.
Might need to.
Because, like, as in, we teleported up here, so we'd be closer to the islands, and then we need some way to go into the ocean to.
Oh, we might need to acquire things too, don't we? I could use some
Yeah.
more scrolls and shit, so
Yeah.
maybe we can do that while we're here.
Suddenly,
Alright, I'll use my
Lily,
scroll.
You get a telepathic message. Lily, can you hear me? I hope so. Otherwise, my magic has faltered. It's Maester Crowlin from Everlun. I need an update on the situation immediately. Please respond to this message.
Okay, so I'm going to relate to the group that Mr. Crowland is getting a hold of me. And he wants an update to what's going on.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank. That's the Harper guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, tell them we're on our way across the ocean to find King Hecatan.
Do we know that it's definitely him? Like,
Well, that's
are
what our...
they fake messages?
Oh,
When
you
you
mean from-
receive a sending spell, you recognize the sender.
Okay, yeah. So it's all good then.
And you have to answer immediately. So you're going to receive another sending spell now. Lily! I'm just trying this again. I worry something has happened to you. The situation in Everland is dire. We are under attack. Please respond.
Of course they are.
Tracking Hecaton's whereabouts,
Maybe we should go there.
chasing him down.
do they need our assistance?
Currently in Mirabar, headed to, and then I want to say where the location where we know him to be. It's like the North Sea. Is that right?
Northern Islands of the Track.
Northern Island. And then I'll tell everybody that he says they're under attack.
Should we detour to there and help, or should we just press on?
We can ask them if they need our help.
Possibly. Did we know what was going on? Like, what was around Everland at the time? Was it the fire giants?
Yeah. There's Iron Slag's a good distance from Everlun. About 250 miles. But that whole region is known as the Silver Marches, and they've been under attack before. There's been a massive war there between orcs and elves and the people of the Silver Marches. It's a great war that's happened there. So he's going to message you again. I'm running out of magic, Lily. Listen. You have located King Hecaton. You must find him. The North depends on it. Focus on that mission. Block out all other avenues. Find King Hecaton.
We will. We will find him. How bad is... Well, no, you can't answer that. Just rest assured, he is our top priority.
Alright, he doesn't send you another sending spell.
I was about to say, he's the first one he gets. He gets back is, oh hey, he's contacting me. What should I tell him? He's like,
Alright, Lily, he also gave you these maps that had locations of different giant layers detailed within. And he's told you to keep them sealed. They are still sealed.
And I have not brought them up at all.
It's up to you if you want to open them or not. He's asked you to keep them sealed. And yeah, you would imagine that that's kind of what he's getting at too, to focus on finding King Hecaton and don't get distracted with any other diversions.
like trying to chase down little stupid gnomes that steal ships.
Yeah, but there's...
But if we catch the ship, it would be faster than if we didn't.
Yeah, that's the reason we want the ship.
Yeah, so it's worth a spell or a scroll, I think, to see if we can get him to come back. I don't know that we should chase him, but we do faster back within a day, and we flew.
All right, I'll send him a message via scroll.
Yeah.
Say, where are we again? Mirabar?
Mirabar.
Yeah.
And I'll tell him, not sure what you've done with our ship, but we need it in Mirabar post haste. Reply, or there will be some consequences. End of message.
You do not receive a response.
That little fucker.
Monkey fucker.
We've got something to do once we get to level 20. Or once we finish this campaign.
So,
Nizeroth, the cultist, the dragon cultist, look to you, Than. Did he say anything?
No response.
Well, we have to find the ship. If we lose it, Cloth, he will not be pleased with us. Any of
Well,
you.
we can leave that to them.
Yeah,
Well,
so
I mean, you lost it.
you should go to Cloth and Vale and tell him that you lost the ship. Excuse me.
He will be angry, and
Yep.
he'll burn everyone. We need to find the ship. Unless you want to go to Cloth and Vale, I mean, would accompany you. If I'm sure he'd listen to you lot.
How much XP do we get for killing a dragon?
What are our options for tracking this ship, guys?
Not very good. There's like the locate object thing, but that
I mean,
doesn't go far enough, I don't think.
in my opinion, there's no way we're going to be able to track down this ship. Not in any kind of reasonable time limit. In terms of travel speed, a normal like ship on the water, how much of a difference is it between that and the airship?
Oh, the airship is covers a lot more ground, and it's depends on what type of ship you have as well. You could have a warship, you could have a sailing ship, you could have a kill boat. Depends on what type of sailing ship you have. As you guys are talking here, you guys are pretty good at investigating, so trying to track Alistair. It's not without the realm of possibility. It's not outside the realm of possibility. Maybe you just need to ask some questions.
I'm gonna ask the dragon cultists. Did he ever leave the ship? Did he go out anywhere to drink or anything like that?
Quite the opposite. He insisted on staying on the ship to oversee repairs. And he sent us out into the town to fetch some parts for him. And when we came back, the ship was gone. But I think the dwarves are in on it. Yes, they were always talking together. I saw them talking, plotting against us. We know how dwarves are. They look after their own. Dwarves and gnomes.
That we do.
Roderick, this sounds like a mission for you.
And
Did
just
Go
anyone,
as,
talk to your
did anyone
kinfolk.
come see? Did anyone come see him?
as you guys are standing here on the docks, one of the shield dwarves, the Fellbaron dwarves that, you know, who are given their servitude to you guys from the kings of the north, comes stumbling down the docks. He looks pretty drunk. He's just at the end of the docks. He's coming towards you guys. What did you ask, Thomas?
If anybody I was asking the cultists if anybody came to see the gnome. Since the gnome didn't leave, did anyone come to him? Do you have any?
No. No one. There were some people taking interest in the airship, but we were telling them that it belongs to Cloth, and I think that scared everyone off. This drunken dwarf reaches you guys now, and his eyes are wide. He turns to you, Than. Excuse me there, pal. Didn't you see a ship parked here somewhere? It had a big white balloon on top of it. And he just reeks like ale. I could have sworn it was right here, but perhaps I've got the dock wrong. I was hoping you could give me direction.
You're looking for the airship. Is that what you're saying?
It was actually it was on the water. A water ship.
Yes.
But it
it's a
could go
balloon.
in the air. Wait a second. I think I recognize you. You're that
Why-
barkeep from Luskan, aren't ya?
I was never a barkeep,
You
but
look
maybe I look
familiar.
like someone you know. Does he look familiar to me?
It's like one of the dwarves that...
There are servants.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're your
they-
followers. He's one of your followers.
Oh, that we had on the ship?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
so he should recognize us.
so yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, you. Of course, you are Shield Dwarf number 2.
Huh? Oh,
Yes, number 2. How are you?
No, I'm fine. I don't need to use the bathroom. But if you could just point me to the airship. Did anyone ever tell you how pretty you are, lady?
Oh, no, actually.
That's what I was
That's
saying.
That's never been said to me. But thank you,
Oh,
good
You've
dwarf.
got some
He's
curves
magic.
on you there. You know,
Yeah.
I've got my own cabin in the airship.
I wish I
and,
had more of a beard for you, but I just don't.
Oh. What's your name anyway, lass?
My name is Than.
Sam.
And what's yours?
That's
Number
a
2?
party name. Me name? Mogren. Modgren. Hold the heck.
Mogren.
Yeah. Mogren, hold the heck. Our family's the best ones for holding your neck up when you're drinking. That's how we got our name. Hold the heck. Ugh.
Well, I hate to say it to you, but our airship is gone. We're looking for the same ship, and that gnome took it.
Ah, that cheeky little bastard. I'll sort him out. He starts rolling up his sleeves, marching towards Roderick. Hey! You!
Good luck, Roderick.
Pow! Give us back our airship now. You sneaky, snooking little halfling. I'm sorry.
Do I?
I'm
look
sorry.
like a
He just hugged you, Roderick. He
Oh,
starts
God.
crying.
I'm never drinking again.
I'm not usually a violent man.
Don't be that dwarf. Don't be that dwarf.
It's really cool. You shield dwarves, not axe dwarves.
I'm not usually
realize
a
dwarves
violent
were
man.
emotional.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt ya. Oh, you're a bulky man. You're the biggest damn gnome I've ever seen. How's
Yeah.
your family, by the way? The one up in the 10 towns. What was
The
it?
10 towns.
Which one was you from again? There's so many of them, I can't even keep count of how many there are. Was
Yeah, I
it
think you
Good
got me
Mead or Duggan's
Mistaken.
Hole? Lonelywood? Was that it? I can't remember. I've got family up there, you know. Trust me, if you come with me, brother, we'll go to Ironmaster. And we'll leave all these non-dwarves behind. They didn't let anyone but dwarves in there. They've got the best ale. This piss that they serve to them humans on the surface, they ain't got nothing on the stuff we got there, brother. Let's jump in the airship and go for a ride.
There's still a little problem there with the airship.
No?
Still not there.
What's
I
that?
think
You
need
can
to
tell me your
have a rest.
problems.
Maybe you should tell us what you know, because I feel like we're wasting time here.
Yeah.
We need to find the ship. What do you know, good
You're playing a
dwarf?
very
Tell us.
drunk
Where have you
person
been?
very
Where's your
well.
kinman?
Oh,
Where are the rest of you?
we're at the Anvil and Flagon having a drink, and I just come back to have a little nap until my boss gets back.
It's
I've got
freaking
a
noon.
lot
Why
of-
are you drunk?
Bosses.
Who's your
Huh?
bosses?
One of them. He's got these big horns on his head. I think he's a demon.
Norn.
Oh God!
Norn just
Fuck.
like takes his
Oh my
helmet
God!
off.
Let's go to the
He's
fucking.
like-
I'm actually writing this shit down like an idiot.
Norn is
Okay.
going to the tavern.
Wait,
This shit.
wait.
Fuck you, dwarf.
Go
Go get sober and come back to us when you can talk. Let's go to the. let's go
Nizral
to
says,
the-
wait. You heard what he said? The gnome. He said that he has family in the 10 towns.
Yep.
You know, I
Okay,
can
that I
bail.
did not write down. Good job.
What's the 10 town?
And how do we get there? How far is it?
It's
Just
Yep.
refugee camp.
not too far. Let's take a look at the map.
Oh, of course.
And then our where we're at right now is like, I think, is there one in? No, there's not a teleportation circle in Moscow.
Alright, so you guys are in Mirabar. And up here is the spine of the world. And then this area here is Icewind Dale. The capital of Icewind Dale is Bryn Shander. And then there are 10 towns, 10 smaller villages around Bryn Shander, known as the 10 towns.
So, that's 10 towns like that. That's the area of 10 towns because there's 10 towns.
Yeah.
Not like a town named 10 towns.
So we're going to the north, basically, where it's freezing cold again.
Yep.
You sound excited.
I don't have a problem with that. It seems like we're on a time crunch, and the travel may take longer than
We can.
we have to spare. Should we not worry about the ship and then just try to get a ship to go to this other place?
Don't worry, brother. We have hippogriffins. Hippogriffin? The dwarf says, like, he's like huddled around with you guys, like listening in on everything you're saying, chiming in. Hippo
Okay,
Griffin?
Norn is still going to march off towards that tavern and collect the other dwarves.
Okay.
Find one that's sober.
All
Find
right.
one that's actually sober.
None of
Bring
them
a
are gonna be
wheelbarrow.
sober.
We need to maybe try to find what town from 10 towns that little guy is from.
I'm gonna take out the decanter and hose this little prick down. Try to sober him up.
He opens up his mouth.
Public
Oh,
Thomas.
that ale tastes like piss.
Is that the first time use? That's exciting.
No.
He's used it before.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought that
Yeah.
was-
You know how he put the cart on fire?
A
And
lesser
then There was
restoration
that
would
other cart that he set on fire.
lesser
Sober him
restoration
up?
would sober him up.
Okay, I'll cast Lesser Restoration on him. There
That's
you go,
not what you expected to
friend.
use that spell for when you took it, is it?
No, but it seems like that's just my roll. So here we go.
All right,
There you go, my friend.
Grab onto his arm and cast lesser restoration. Immediately, his bloodshot eyes start to become clear, and he stops staggering around. And he looks around, and he looks frightened. Oh, what have you done to me? What curse have you afflicted upon me?
He doesn't get a saving
Cleanse,
throw
I've
against that.
cleansed your mind of the booze you've taken because you were calling me lass. So I wanted to clear that up. Make sure that you understand. I ain't no lass.
You're an elf as well. Please,
There you
Moradin,
go. You're-
forgive me. Forgive me
You're
for all
welcome.
my sins.
You're welcome.
What have
You're
I
welcome.
done? Oh, I actually feel quite good now. I apologize. It was a long time since you left, and we got bored, so we hit the anvil and flagon, and 10 drinks led to another 10, and
Do you
them
perhaps
10 turned
recall?
into 30, and then
Do you perhaps remember Alistair speaking of the town he's from the 10 towns or Icewind Dale area?
Oh yes,
Which town do you recall?
Alistair. I was having a
Yes.
conversation with him, and he was saying that he has an uncle that lives up in Icewind Dale.
Yes.
He said that he's not sure which town his uncle's in, so he's going to head
Oh.
to Brinchanda and ask around. That's the last thing he told me. He's stolen the airship. I think he'll be in Icewind Dale.
Well, out of character or whatever, how far does it take us to get to the Icewind Dale from here in the airship? We did it before, right? We went?
Oh, we've never been to Icewind
Yeah,
Dale,
yeah,
but
we've
it-
been
Or we went up to that area for the Frost
Yeah.
Giants, no?
yeah, pretty close.
We went near there. We went the flows.
Yeah, that was like the
Hardboard.
spine of the world.
Yeah.
Oh, Svardborg. Oh, yeah, that's over in the Sea of Moving Ice. Yeah, I guess it's close. I mean, the most direct route would be to fly by Griffin, and you probably get there in a couple of days. Otherwise,
and-
you've got to go down the Blackfoot Road to Luskin, then up through the 10 trails, and first stop will be Hundlestone, and you follow the 10 trails. That's like 330 miles. That's like over a 10-day journey.
It's a lot.
So we
On
want
the
to get
Griffin?
to.
Can a Griffin
Yeah.
carry?
Yeah, Griffin can carry 2 people. It's going to need to stop every now and again. But yeah, you guys have 3 Griffins. Unless,
Backward.
unless you've got some other way to get there, teleport or something.
No, but that's going to be most likely his first stop. So maybe.
Do the Harpers keep a circle there?
No.
No.
Can we get to Luskin? No. Can we?
Luskin
Is
doesn't
that
have
close?
a circle either.
Doesn't have a circle. All right, so we're basically going through the air from here as the bird
Yeah,
flies.
we're as closest we're gonna get.
Yeah, okay.
By a circle.
All right, which is actually pretty close considering,
Yeah.
or
Not
we
too bad.
couldn't get much further north than where we are.
So yeah, from what
I
you
mean-
guys heard, Fire Shear, it was like pretty much destroyed by frost giants. So you imagine it's probably going to be pretty hostile to go by road as well. Fire Shear is
All
like
right.
a kind of small town. It's where they actually used to train the griffins of of Waterdeep. I think you guys tried to get some griffins from around here and you weren't able to, and that's the reason why, because Fire Shield was destroyed. The griffins were probably captured or killed. Or fed to horses. Finally the horses get some revenge. So yeah, the other place to get griffins is like Griffin's Nest, which is not too far. That is another place that they train griffins.
Do we want more griffins, or are we good with making do with what we got?
We'll say that
Well,
Ren
Norrin
says,
can probably
like,
just run. He's got good.
obviously you've
athletics.
got 6 people at the moment, 3 griffins, so Griffin could carry 2 people, and then Ren could just say, well, he'll just, you know, he's obviously the biggest, so he'll sit it out. He'll find another way to get to you guys.
He'll jog.
He'll start a run.
It's like athletics for running and then con saves to keep running.
Oh yeah, someone could fly to Griffin's Nest by themselves and then come back with griffins, but you imagine griffins are pretty pricey as well. It's up to you guys if you want more griffins.
Would we have any idea how
What, sorry?
how pricey?
They're pretty...
Well, we did buy some already, didn't we?
No, you guys
We stole these.
got these, yeah, stole them.
We stole them. Yeah.
Oh,
We-
right. Yeah, that's right.
Probably a few thousand gold pieces
looted
per
them.
griffin, maybe like 3,000 each.
We're not gonna have enough if we want to buy, like 3 more.
But yeah, 3 if you have proficiency in driving griffins. So
Oh, yeah. That means there's more to it than just.
yeah,
buying
usually
the
they can only carry 1 medium-sized rider, but you could probably push them to carry 2.
3 of us trained. The three that tamed the griffins.
Yeah.
I think our best bet is to double up for the moment,
Yeah.
because it's gonna take another day at least just to get to Griffin's Nest.
All
And
right.
then,
Well, and if all goes well, we'll be reunited with our
airship. Yeah.
stupid airship, and we'll be good to go.
So yeah, if you're on a griffin, you can travel 72 miles a day, 3 3-hour flights with a 1-hour rest in between.
So
Compared-
that means the fighters will be happy with their short rests.
How does that compare to the airship mileage?
I think airship does about 100 miles a day, so it's about 75% of the speed.
We got to get there fast.
I mean, you could even push the
Post-haste.
griffins and,
No. Well, you mean exhaust them?
yeah, you could push them, and I mean, the worst that will happen is just fall several thousand feet out of the sky.
No biggie.
Yeah, but the damage cap's at 20d6, so we'll be fine.
It's
Not
gonna
all of
take-
us can handle that.
It's going to be quite treacherous as well. You would need to carefully plot that travel over the spine of the world. But Griffin should be able to get there in 3 days. They are acclimated to the cold, so these Griffins, they grew up in these parts. This is their neighborhood.
All right, let's do it.
Saddle up.
It would take us, even someone flying.
Do we need to stay
By
in town? Sorry, Tom.
I was going to say it would take a couple days just to get to Griffin's Nest. To get another one.
Yeah,
Only
but
downside. Let's get there before Ren catches up with us so that we're not stuck.
Because
The only problem
the
with
Griffin
that
are
is
going to
that-
be doubled up as well. It is actually going to eat into their movement speed. They'll do about
Yeah.
50 miles a day, so it actually might take you about 4 days.
Do we have any spells we can cast on them?
And now later,
Fireball.
Norrin rounds up the other 5 dwarves as well, and they're like equally as drunk. And you guys can go and get your 3 griffins from the area as well.
all right. Do we need anything from this town for anyone?
But you know what? If you're lucky and you actually get like the wind on your side, a nice tailwind, you might actually be able to do 70 miles a day. It's going to depend on the weather.
Oh.
Well, we know how that's going to go.
Yeah.
We'll be fucking
If you're a
attacked in the
weatherman, you'll
first
know
5
how.
miles with 3 griffins dead. So. Anyone need anything emergency wise from this
Probably
town?
just arrows, depending on how much we're worrying about them.
I don't know.
Are scrolls just available as a walk-in from the list, Seb, or is it something that you need to pre-prepare?
Yeah, there's those scrolls or similar rarity scrolls readily available here.
Trying to find the link. Oh, it's here somewhere.
It's in the somewhere shops folder. So yeah, scrolls are twice that listed price. 5th level scroll, 1500 gold pieces. 1st level scroll, 50 gold pieces.
No, this is not the list I was looking for. There was another one. Is it the?
Cleric services.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, they can make scrolls for basically
Double the
yeah,
double the cost.
Double the cost.
Oh, it might be worth getting a locate creature scroll.
Yeah, they can also just cast those spells for you for those prices if you need it.
Locate creature, is that the other list?
Yeah,
Okay.
Keledic.
Yeah, I won't worry about that. Yes.
Within 1,000 feet, so 2 times price, but I don't see prices.
You need to widen the handout. Are you getting ripped off if you go to the cleric services? The cleric
Yeah, I noticed.
500. You can't trust.
Yeah, I noticed.
Clerics. Some of them don't even heal you. They wait till you're unconscious to heal you.
They work better when
Only
no
the
one's
ones
watching.
that know what they're doing. So. Only the ones that know what they're doing.
All right, so you've rounded up the griffins. You've done some shopping, and you guys ready to head off? You can still do those bits of shopping.
Yeah, I think we're ready to head off as soon as we buy these
Let's
things.
do it.
All right,
Can we spare 100 gold out of the party loot? Because I think we should get 2 of those locate creatures.
Yeah, I'm tallying up my bill too. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, so just let me know how much is getting taken out, and I'll take it.
Okay.
600 for 2 locate creatures. I'll give those to Lily.
Sorry, what'd you hand me, Thomas?
2 locate creatures scrolls.
How much are those going to cost, you said?
600 total.
600 total.
Oh no, it's 2 times, so 1,200. Sorry.
1,200? Okay.
Okay, so who's riding griffins? Who got the proficiencies? It was like Lily, Norrin, and Roderick.
Not Lily. She did not.
Than did.
Than,
Norn,
Norn,
and
Roderick.
Okay, Than on one, Norrin on another, Roderick on another. You guys are all jumping on, and Mogren jumps on with you. Then let's go onward.
We need you to look after the other.
No.
The booze.
Ah, you never take me on any of your adventures. I've got a name and everything.
Only elves travel on my griffin. Sorry.
Maybe next time, Morgan.
Alright, you round up these dwarves and they're just like standing around drunk, Norrin. What do you tell them to do?
Earn 3,000 gold and then walk to Griffin's Nest and get a griffin.
Get him to like start a business or something.
Yeah,
Start a new
I mean,
life
I
here
don't
in
know.
Murba.
The only reason I went to go get him is because I didn't think we were going to get anything out of that guy. So
Yeah.
I really don't have an idea of what to do with them.
I have a request. Sir. I'm sorry about calling you a demon, by the way.
What is it?
We go back to the tavern. Please.
You're spending your own gold, and I like, I like take off right after I say that.
Whoa, there he goes! My hero off into the sunset. Come on, lads and lasses, back to the tavern. And they head off. Back towards the tavern. Okay, you guys, once you're all ready and you've got everything you need, you take off. And I'll see how the weather's doing today. Alright, it's actually pretty windy. It's cold. It's quite clear. Not clear enough that there's going to be snow.
Oh, do we get cold weather gear for
Nara?
Nara? Yeah.
Oh,
Rand
yeah,
will
we
give
would
you
have, I think.
some, but yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah, you'll get cold weather gear. Don't worry about that. All right. The wind is like it's like a northeasterly wind when you guys take off. So you're not going against it, but it's not going to speed you up either. Alright, you guys take off, and I presume that you've plotted a course. So what is that course going to be? You can like draw on the map. I would just remind you that this is Clothen Vale here.
Yeah, let's avoid that.
Yeah.
Um,
So I don't know, like.
There might be a pass with the top of that river there. That's
If we're
northeast
going-
of.
if we're going 50 a day, and then cut the rest of the way across.
Yeah.
Wrap
Because
it
it
like
shouldn't
that.
be like this ridge will be the end of Clawther's domain, right?
Yeah, that's
kind
what that's kind of what I was hoping. Is that if we're on the other side of that, on the other side of the spine of the world, basically, like the other side of the mountain,
Yeah.
go this way up like through, and take our first night's rest here, where we're kind of sheltered in between two peaks, basically.
Yeah.
Is it worth it going that way so that we're camping in the mountains as opposed to going around
Well,
the south
I am proficient.
and not
mountains.
camping in the mountains?
Well, actually, I'll check what it is again. I forget exactly what. Mountains are one of my favorite terrains, so it gives me some benefit. If I can find it, I have so many features because I have so many classes.
I think if we going through the mountains, this is going to save us. Like I think it'll be an extra day
Yeah.
if we go like south of Clothenville.
Difficult terrain doesn't slow my group's travel. Can't become lost. Can forage or navigate while remaining alert to danger, and advantage on int or wisdom checks related to the terrain. So
Yeah,
should
I
be
mean,
able to be fine.
We'll look for you. You can find the best path. But just avoid Clothenvale. I think we'll be alright.
Yeah.
Whoever's going to navigate, you want to just draw it on the map. You can use the drawing tool just to, might even add an extra day on to your journey.
I think Noran's suggestion was good. Is it do you want to draw that again? It was like into here somewhere and then across
Yeah, and then
like
it should be another couple of days from there. So,
Okay.
Yeah, pretty close to that.
Yeah, still got it within kind of that 4 or 5 days, depending on how the wind goes.
yeah.
Okay.
With my cartography and stuff, do I know if there's a good way of doing that?
I mean, these mountains in the spine of the world, they're quite high, so you're going to be flying at a pretty high altitude.
Yep.
The griffins are going to be acclimated to the high altitudes, but you guys won't be, so it could actually wear you guys out a little bit. High altitude.
Yep.
You know, you'd be going over 10,000 feet at some areas. But, yeah, you'll need to make con saves probably for exhaustion.
Right. Yep.
High altitude.
The cold help.
It's not the cold, it's like the
It's
lack
the
of
altitude.
oxygen.
Low pressure.
Yeah. High altitude. So, I'll just find the rule for that somewhere. Alright, so, you guys ready to take off?
Yeah, I think so. Yep.
Okay. Alright, guys, head off, and you're not going to be hitting that high altitude till day 2, judging from that course that you've taken. And you fly off. You're going to be doing about 50 miles a day. Alright, who is navigating? Someone needs to be at the head and actually try to navigate.
Zan can try, or
Whoever's good with
If you
survival will be wanting to do that.
Yeah, if it's mountains as well, I'd have advantage on it.
Yeah, it will
Okay.
be mountains, definitely. That's
all you.
Yeah.
I can help him if that helps. I am survival as well. If it doesn't, but he's already got advantage.
Yeah.
right?
It
So
might
it's
get a bit confusing if 2 people try to navigate.
as it usually does.
We just split off.
Alright, you're going to be going completely due course. You're not going to have to worry about getting lost or anything like that. Alright, you travel up and you start to elevate. You're kind of at the foothills of the spine of the world, and you just see these towering spires, jagged spikes just jutting up into the cloudy sky above you all. There's a cold wind rushing over everyone, and you spend most of the day at about 3,000 feet. You have to stop every 3 hours, let the griffins have a rest for an hour, and then get back up flying. So just after noon, when you guys have landed and you've taken back up to the air.
Can I do something before we take back up?
Sure.
I just want to cast Mage Armor.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I will. I'll stand away.
Not Phantom Seed.
Okay. You guys put on mage armor. And so you're just going to be doing mage armor at noon, not in the morning for this journey?
Yeah, because I didn't say it before now.
Okay. I'll presume that every noon that you guys will put it on then.
I think I would do it in the morning.
I mean, if we can retro, then I'll have done it in the morning. But I didn't say anything.
Alright, yeah, you'll need to do it twice if you want it to last the whole day.
Okay.
Is that what you guys want to do?
Yeah.
Alright, well, deduct 2 first level slots for that. Alright, so yeah, just afternoon as you guys take off, you're flying for about 30 more minutes, and then all of a sudden 5 hippogriffs come screeching out of the foggy snow straight towards your griffins.
Are they
Oh, they're hostile.
unmounted?
They're gonna rip these griffins
They've come to give
apart.
us a ride.
So they have the wings and forelimbs of an eagle, the hindquarters of a horse, and a head that combines the features of both animals. And yeah, griffins and hippogriffs, they don't like each other, and even the griffins are starting to. They look like horses. The griffins love to eat these things. So everyone that's controlling the mount needs to make an animal handling check. Noranthan and Roderick. They're actually pretty easy to tame though, hippogriffs, and not as fiercely loyal as griffins. This is what they look like.
It's really good because we're not likely to be loyal to them either.
Yeah, because they're
only-
horses.
Only because they have horse parts.
Okay, you guys are able to rear the griffins and prevent them from just acting on their own, unless you want them to act on your own. If they act on their own, they go on their own initiative count, and you won't have any say of where they move or what they do. Or you guys can control them and they go on your turn, and all they can do is take the dash, disengage, or dodge action. So, Norin, did you want to control your griffin?
I'm controlling mine.
Dan? You want to
Yep.
control your griffin? Okay. And Roderick?
Yeah, I think I should
Okay.
control it.
Alright, you guys all take control of your griffins in combat. And yeah, this flock of 5 hippogriff, these omnivorous horse-eagle hybrids just come screeching towards the griffins. And they kind of let out an eagle caw. And this one just runs straight in for you, Roderick. You guys are about 3,000 feet in the air as well. And yeah, they're just going for griffins. This one tries to just claw at the griffin. Your griffin, Roderick. And whoosh, it just rips a claw across the griffin's side for 14 damage.
Jeez.
You guys all have control of the griffins, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Naren and Roderick. Alright, good. And then it actually tries to like bite the griffin. Just take a bite out of it. The griffin rears backwards to miss. Thomas.
Well, pretty much only one thing I can do here.
You guys are all saddled into these griffins, by the way, as well. Like saddled in,
Okay.
stirrups. Roderick, Nora, and Nathaniel, you've got reins.
Oh, I think you can get them all.
Move that one square to the
Yeah.
left and sit.
Okay.
One second.
Like that. Let me snap them to the grid a little bit. I think they were kind of a little bit off. I think you might actually miss one.
Yeah.
That looks pretty good, doesn't it?
I like it.
Yeah, it's getting a bit cold up here.
Interested in capturing them? Trying to use them as mounts?
It would be
No.
useful.
Maybe one of them.
Well, but you
Thomas
need
is
to have
just softening them up.
you need to have training in riding them. Otherwise, it's like
Well, these
I
ones are
did-
half horse, so they might be easier.
I'm uncomfortable how close I am to Thomas. Cross my fingers.
Alright, Thomas, let's roll the wild magic soda tables again.
Fuck.
Fun.
Pot plant.
Oh, how fucking perfect is that shit?
He starts levitating up, and only the stirrups from the saddle kind of keeps him back, still on the griffin as you guys are cruising through the air. Alright,
That
drop-
is a bad omen. Something bad's about to happen. Really bad. That was just too perfect.
Alright, you drop a fireball on the hippogriffs, and it just explodes, and
Oh.
4 burning hippogriff corpses just spiral downwards and get lost in the cloud cover below.
Just say yippee-ki-yay! And that's end of turn.
To retain the last one.
Does this one look undeterred?
It's yeah, it's still coming for you guys.
Tame that shit.
This is all
I'm gonna try
happening
to-
instantaneously.
Let's see if I can throw like a ration at it and try to distract it.
That's what Thomas wanted to do as well, but he accidentally pulled a fireball out instead.
Just cut
He got his component pouch mixed up with his kibble pouch.
a chunk off of the griffin you're riding. Norin won't mind if you just cut
Snap off a
chunk
chicken
off.
wing,
Yeah, just snap off
a drumstick.
a little morsel.
All right. I mean, your ration is like it's like a leather like pouch, effectively, like sealed with wax. You feel like the griffin will probably just think you're like throwing something at it. And then if you try to throw like some nuts or jerky, it's not going to make it to the griffin. It's just going to get lost in the wind.
Yeah, but I kind of said that's what I was doing, so I think I'm stuck with it.
Okay. All right.
It just goes scattering
Throw-
through the wind 5 feet away from me.
You throw
Make
a handful of
dexterity
peanuts
check.
at it.
Make a dexterity check.
Oh, sure.
It's like pissing into the wind. You're like, oh shit.
Alright,
Just hitting Orin in the back of the head.
all of a sudden, then, you guys are just rained.
Just get
with
pissed
peanuts.
on. Great.
Peanuts, jerky. Yeah, you just basically kind of cut the ration, literally throw it, but the wind just immediately just knocks it into the field.
I accept his overtures and I become more friendly towards Lily.
Alright, this hippogriff, it actually, it is hungry. And it still comes in even despite the other ones being just blown apart. It's gonna just, it's so hungry, it's just gonna eat the griffin like this. It just takes a bite out of it. It pecks it for 6 piercing damage. And then tries to bring it down by sinking its claws into your griffin. And it hits your griffin for 11 slashing damage. And it's just struggling with the griffin midair and ends its turn there. Norin.
Change positions a little bit here, and then I'm gonna charge in to here, and
Lily falls.
I believe he said I was strapped in.
Yeah, you can
Get
go
off
with
my
him
griffin.
wherever he goes. You go, but you'll stay in the same position, bottom left hand corner of that griffin.
but yeah, I'm definitely taking the lance out of the
Oh
out of the
shit.
holster that I have on the side of the griffin, and coming
Goddamn
in
right
with
you
this
do.
hippogriff. How dare it try to eat one of the griffins?
Not
Yeah.
Sparky.
And you pierce the hippogriff in its side. It lets out a screech. Feathers and flesh start falling
And
away from it.
yeah, it's gonna happen again.
Hit. And you just joust it straight through the neck. You impale it. And
Non-lethally.
the hippogriff is gone.
20d6 later.
Yeah, do you think Thon could resurrect that corpse?
Of course he can.
I think it says humanoid.
It's unconscious.
He was at the full.
Waking up right before it hits
It's what
the
I
ground.
do. It's my specialty.
Okay, so the rest of the day is uneventful. You guys fly as much as you can, and you do make about 50 miles progress, and then you land to make camp. Right, the spider world is quite treacherous. You're up several thousand feet, and tomorrow you're going to be climbing up even higher. It's freezing cold. You have the cold weather clothing though, but even then, these cold winds, they're just cutting straight through your cold weather clothing. It's going to be worse tomorrow as well, and you guys are probably not looking forward to the brutally cold winds. There's also avalanches, icy rifts. There's also tribes of giants and goblinoids and orcs holding every
Giants.
little cavern
Been a
around
while.
Dwarven Delve. Alright, so whoever wants to find a good place to camp and set up can make a survival check.
I'll go again.
Alright, you actually build a bit of an ice cave for you guys to sleep in. You guys work together and you tunnel out a section of a frozen wall, and it's a nice ambient temperature inside. You start a little fire and you guys have a good night's sleep and wake up the next day.
I put that up around it, but the outside of it, so he doesn't know I did it.
Alright.
And I explain how making it out of snow makes it impossible to see from the outside. Step outside and it's like, see, you can't, it's gone. Invisible, you can't see it.
Roderick makes the
You're
best.
incredible. Your
best
skills are
igloo.
beyond.
It's the best igloo you guys have ever seen. It's a perfect 10-foot radius. It's comfortable. You can't even cast spells through it. It's like an impenetrable hut that you've made. Roderick. Nice
It's
and
the
warm
dwarven
inside.
rune magic.
Alright. So you guys head off for another day of treacherous journey. So yeah, your griffins are rested up. You've patched that griffin up from the bit of damage that it took, and you take off to the sky. All right, you guys are traveling through the morning now, and I'll presume that Thomas and Lily are doing their mage armor.
Yeah.
You guys are getting
I will do my mage.
ready. If you wanted to change your spells or something, then you can. You've taken a long rest.
I'll also spend the time in the morning using my rituals.
Okay.
I mean, I know it's the mountains, but
you'll need to make a concentration check. It's windy, it's cold, and it's hard to do a ritual. It's hard to keep on concentrating to do that ritual.
Okay.
Alright, you managed to save face, and you don't lose concentration while you're doing that ritual. Is it just the one ritual?
I guess I won't waste time bringing a horse out.
Okay. You start to feel the cold as well, but 10 minutes is not enough to really have any major effect on you, Lily. Alright, you guys are up now. You continue on that path, and you've actually got a bit of a view of Cloth and Vale today. It's actually fairly clear, and it's quite a distance off. You guys are quite high in altitude, so you just see this like narrow, winding valley in the mountains west of Mirabar. And you know what? It actually is. It's not snowy here at all. Lush, green fields. There is no snow. There's no ice. There are hundreds of sheep and goats and cattle, and they're just frolicking around. You actually feel like a nice warm wind wash over you, and yeah, it actually it's not frozen here whatsoever, and that warm wind is quite welcoming. You guys don't have to worry about the extreme cold or anything like that. Today's weather is it's pretty clear. It's not really much wind. There's not going to be enough wind to be like a headwind or anything. So you're going to do just another 50 miles today. Wherever that is. If I can actually see 50 miles on this map. Okay, so you do about another 50 miles. You head through noon and night. And you guys have now been traveling in the high altitude zone. So, I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw for high altitude. Alright, so yeah, you're in the high altitude zone for about 9 hours. And that was for the first 2 hours. You guys are good though. And you need to make another lot of con saves now. Alright, for Roderick and Lily, the need to breathe is becoming taxing because of the reduced amount of oxygen in the air. And you guys are starting to get kind of tired, and you both suffer one level of exhaustion. You'll need one more lot of con saves.
Can Nara cast resistance on Lily for this one, if that's alright?
How long does resistance last for?
It's probably 1 minute.
I think it's guidance, but for saving throws.
Yeah. Yeah, I think guidance only lasts a minute. It's like 2 hours of travel, so it's not going to work. If it was, yeah, if it lasted for the duration of what you're doing, it would.
Looking for excuses to use it.
Oh no.
Had to show me up, Thon. Had to show me up.
Sorry. I didn't mean to, but I'm excited for the natural 20s.
Could get 9 minutes of bless.
All right, Roderick, you're actually really starting to have trouble breathing. That's 2 levels of exhaustion now.
Roderick just falls asleep.
And these griffins, you've only traveled for about 4 hours so far. Now these griffins are actually starting to feel it too. And I need each griffin to make a constitution saving throw. It's only going to be 1 for the griffins though.
Are you doing that, Seb, or are we doing that?
You guys can roll it.
It's for my griffin.
Am I missing something? Do I have?
Alt, double
Can you
click.
tell me how to do that again?
Alt and
On the
double click
token.
to get their character sheet.
Alt, sorry?
Alt and double click on the token.
I don't even see it.
The token. It's over here.
You probably
You have
zoom
to
down.
scroll down a lot.
Oh, I see. Okay, sorry, my bad. Did it work? Oh, never mind.
Well, the roll worked, but
Yeah, okay, that's it worked, but it didn't work.
But it also didn't. Well, yes.
It
but
did and it
actually,
didn't.
no.
Yeah, we got good news and bad news.
Your griffin have 1 level of exhaustion. Disadvantage on ability check. Okay. The griffins are starting to get tired. If you want to do the full journey today, you will need to make another constitution save. Otherwise, they need to stop now because the high altitude's starting to take its toll on them.
up to be safe. But I'm a cautious
Yeah,
one.
we could stop. Because if they have 2 fails, they'll be like me and have their speed halved, which it's kind of a waste as well.
Yeah, it's going to add an extra day to your journey if you stop. If not, then it won't.
An extra day, you say?
Yeah.
The extra day the southern route would have cost us?
You know,
We get it.
We could just keep going.
understand.
Let's just keep going. Prove Lily wrong. Stupid elves. Think they know better.
Sounds like a really not a smart thing to do.
We can cast restoration on them, can't we?
Oh yeah, the real griffin that's having it's just
Have at
Stan's
it.
griffin that's having a problem at the moment.
Does lesser restoration fix that?
No, it
greater
has to be
restoration.
Greater. You could use a greater restoration. Yeah, 1 level exhaustion's not really going to be a problem, but 2 is because then that griffin's got half movement speed.
Okay, well, I got my griffin covered if he gets a double.
Sure.
Okay. All right, you guys continue traveling, and everyone will need to make a con save. All of the party members and the griffins.
Again?
Oh my goodness.
This is for the
I'm
last,
dying here.
last leg of today's travel.
Griffin? Yes.
Roderick definitely needs a rest.
Weren't you just talking smack?
Roderick, you've got 3 levels of exhaustion.
Wasn't he
Yes.
just talking smack? All right.
Yes.
I'm not casting shit on him then.
Norin, you're actually
I'll be fine. I can rest.
Oh, all right.
You're actually feeling it too. You have 1 level of exhaustion.
Okay.
Rest only removes 1. It doesn't
Is my
remove
griffin
like a
fine?
stack.
Yeah. I only need to get rid of 1.
All right, everyone else is
Oh,
fine.
great.
Because
Okay.
level 3 is disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws. My speed half doesn't matter because I'm not going to be walking anywhere. It's not like I move much regardless.
Really? Greater just takes off 1 stack?
Yep.
Huh. Interesting.
Mini hut, hopefully everyone can drop that has one can drop 1. Lily can
Yeah.
put up.
Yeah, we'll just rest.
Or
Well, that was our final one before we stop, right?
you
Yeah, it was.
might have
Our
to
attack by.
eat one of the griffin.
How about we eat fans?
All right.
I vote Roderick. since
All right, you
it's
guys
already
press
entered.
on, and all right, you're on day 3 now of your journey.
So this will be called the.
So wait a second before we go to sleep or whatever at night. Are we doing like a hut thing or what are we doing?
Yeah, I'll just cast a plain old regular hut.
Can we cast spell?
Oh.
We can't cast spells in there, right?
You can.
But I'm just not.
Can I scry
do it.
from in there? I would like to cast a scrying spell before going to sleep tonight.
What's the range on scrying?
A long ways, I think.
I will
It's not really
link
the
it.
distance that matters. Range is self. So yeah, the spell's not going outside of the hut. You're casting it on yourself. Alright, do you
I would
have
like to
the
scry
crystal
on-
ball, a silver mirror, or a font filled with 1,000 gold pieces worth of holy water?
Of course, I
Don't.
Is it holy ice at this point?
don't have any of that shit.
You need something.
I
to
didn't look
scry
at the
through.
components. I should have. That was my bad. I should have done that in town because I was planning on casting this, so that was dumb. Oh well.
Maybe we'll find something.
You guys didn't have anything in the party loot like that? A crystal ball,
Yeah, I'm looking.
mirror, or something that you can kind of look through? Something that can give you.
If we freeze enough silver coins into
Well, we
buckets,
got the
shine
1,000.
them up.
A focus
Do we
could be a
have-
diamond. I got some diamonds on me, and there's some in the loot.
If it's like
And
one big diamond, then yeah, you could use that.
The studded platinum earring that I was wearing on the ship. As my
Can you
bling
imagine the size of that diamond for a single earring?
bling. Hey, it's been a while, but it's like the three
It's
C's.
this
isn't it?
massive chunk
Color,
of rock
clarity, and
just sticking
He was
out.
walking off. He
fucking
was leaned
cost.
over, walking.
Alright, yeah, you can use that.
From the weight.
You can use that,
Okay.
and you can just kind of
Alright.
flick the diamond around and hit yourself in the face with it to look. at it.
Definitely have holy water. That
Right.
for sure I do.
You don't even need to take it off your earlobe. Is that stretch? You just like hold it in both hands and pull it around to the front of your face.
I'd like to scry on that little piece of shit. Fucking
Alright, you stick the diamond into the ground. It's a nice
fucking.
cut diamond. The top of it has this large surface that you can look through. And, okay, you are going to scry on Alistair.
Piece of shit.
Alright, you've met him. You don't know him well, but you've met him, so firsthand.
I know him better now.
And do you have anything a part of him then, like body part, fingernail? Were you-
I don't. I besides a
weren't?
deep hatred for thieves, no.
You weren't like clipping his nails when he was sleeping or anything like
I
that?
wasn't doing too much of that. No,
Okay.
unfortunately.
You didn't have a picture of him in your wallet?
No, just in my just in my head.
Alright, he doesn't get any modifier to his save. It's just a straight save. What's your DC?
16, I think. I forget. Hold on. Let me toll the dead him while I'm doing it. 16. Fucking good roll.
Yeah.
Alright, he's not affected.
Mm.
He's not affected by the spell.
I hate him more.
Do they know if they've been targeted by it and they make the save, or?
No, he wouldn't have any idea.
Okay.
So he either made the saving throw or he has some sort of non-detection. You're not sure.
Mm.
Sorry, so who are you asking for, me or him? If they know. Does he know that I cast the spell on him?
Yeah, he
Is that what you're
doesn't-
asking?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
that what you're
I-
saying?
I was-
You
Yeah.
probably know to cast the spell on him.
Yeah.
I
I was
I don't
just
know.
saying no.
You know what I mean.
I don't even
I don't know what I
understand
just
that.
said, but I hope. Yeah, I'm not that dumb, but yeah, I might have worded it wrong, but you know what I meant.
Okay, you guys take off for another day of travel, and everyone's exhaustion goes down by 1. Now you're kind of in the tundras of Icewind Dale, or you're at the Reged Glacier. You're over the top of the spine of the world, and you don't have to worry about altitude sickness anymore. So, Reged Glacier. Alright, the cold wind that gives Icewind Dale its name blows down from this high frozen landscape. It's like few have ever dared to venture near the high walls of its easternmost edge, and little is known like what might live on or within the glacier. And this extends far as well. You can see like how far it it expands. Anyway, you guys are not really kind of going on the glacier. You're just kind of going over and following the foothills of the Spire of the World straight towards Bryn Shander. And there is a wind today, but it's let me see how that wind is. Let's roll up a little bit. It's going like south. The wind is blowing south, so it's not going to help you out. It's not really going to hinder you either. So you're expecting to get 50 miles again today. So one more day, 2 more days in total, and you'll be there. All right, another day goes by, and you didn't have any encounters again. You guys stop and make camp, and what you see in the distance now is Kelvin's Cairn. It's this massive mountain that's like clearly visible from any of the 10 towns. It's a huge mountain, and the 10 towns are based at the bottom of it. You can start to make out these small settlements, tiny little villages dotted around Icewind Dale region. And Icewind Dale itself, you guys will probably be, when you're making camp, discussing what you know about Icewind Dale, and I'll give you a little bit of a rundown. Icewind Dale has snow, ice, and freezing temperatures in abundance. The sun never rises far above the horizon, even at the height of summer. And the height of summer is a fleeting thing. Winter here is long and ruthless. It's surrounded by a perilous terrain. The ice cliffs of the Wreckhead Glacier rise up in the east like prison walls. The towering snow-capped peaks of the Spine of the World loom to the south. To the north and west, the sea of moving ice churns, burgs, and flows in an endless tumult, like the winter grinding its teeth in anticipation for its next freezing assault. Between these formidable obstacles lies windswept tundra dotted with settlements and the occasional small forest or stand of trees. A singular mountain called Kelvin's Cairn rises from the heart of Icewind Dale. During the summer, snow from Kelvin's Cairn flows into 3 mineral-rich lakes: Moir Dewalden, Lac Dinishir, and Redwaters. By midsummer, Icewind Dale shakes off the torpor of winter and comes forth in full flower. Grasses grow 2 or 3 feet high in a span of weeks. Birds flock to the marshes formed by thawing soil, and reindeer calves feed out the herds that diminished in the winter. Also, Wreckhead barbarians follow the reindeer herds as they migrate across Icewind Dale. Dwarf miners haunt the caves and tunnels under Kelvin's Cairn, rarely emerging except to trade for ore or food. Most of Icewind Dale's inhabitants, however, lie in 10 permanent settlements, collectively known as 10 towns. The walled town of Bryn Shander, which lies at the north end of the 10 Trail, first stop for most visiting merchants and traders, by far the largest of the 10 communities. The hunting and fishing villages of Bremen, Targos, and Tourmaline, Lonelywood, that lie in the shores of Mad Walden, which feeds into the Shengan River and holds seemingly countless numbers of knucklehead trout, which is kind of like a big commodity in Bryn Shander. The knucklehead trout, they make these scrimshaw necklaces out of them and stuff like that. Then there are the villages of Duggan's Hole and Goodmead, stand a few miles apart on the north shore of the Redwaters, which, contrary to its name, sparkles emerald green during the day and silver in the evening. And then the town of East Haven, nestled among the foothills of Kelvin's Cairn, the villages of Car Dinavel and Car Konig hug the shores of Lac Dinishir, which freezes in the winter. It's mostly humans and dwarves that live here. So, you guys just recall that lore about the 10 towns. It's pretty commonly known by at least a couple of you, especially the dwarf in the party.
Yep.
So
make sure they all know that.
And you also recall that the Spine of World mountains are made from rock. All right, you guys travel for another day, and you arrive in Bryn Shander a little bit earlier than expected. Just before nightfall. So,
Earlier
Level
than
of stuff.
Lily expected, at least.
I'm not sure I expected us to get here at all.
That's fair. The flight was breathtaking, let's say.
alright, so you guys have flown in from over in this direction. And as you guys can see from the map, we've got Lac-Dinishire, Med Walden, Red Waters, Kelvin's Can, and this is Bryn Shander. You can see this this key here has all the 10 towns listed. If you're coming from the west, you'd come on the caravan trail. So you're flying in, and yeah, you're in the 10 towns now. Is the idea to go straight to Bryn Shander first stop?
I think
That's our clue, right? Or our,
yeah, that's the last place
Last
he was
known
known to
place.
be heading.
yeah.
Okay. Alright, you guys fly down and fly into Bryn Shander. It's the largest of the 10 permanent settlements. It's like a circular town, as you can see here, surrounded by a wall. Located in the frigid heart of Icewind Dale. Caravans from the south converge with traders from across Icewind Dale to swap goods and rumours. Fishers and trappers and furriers and sellswords rub elbows in the town's tap rooms. Gruff dwarves, wide-eyed travellers, and skulking ne'er-do-wells wander its streets. It's not the biggest city in the north, but they make up.
Seb,
Yeah.
Seb, as we flew over Lake Dinishire, could we have scanned one or more of the towns to see if we spotted our ship in port?
You could make a perception check. You kind of could check out Red Run, Caer Dineval, Caer Canig. I mean, these settlements as well, they're fishing villages. They have many docks. Some of them are set up, like a lot of them are set up on cliffs. So they have like a palisade around them, and then just like the lake at the shore of them. So, you know, they're protected from orc attacks and goblin attacks and whatnot. Alright, you take a look, Thomas, and nothing stands out to you as an airship.
Cool.
So just thought about this. While we're here in Bryn Shander, I guess we could actually go and talk to Markham, the brother
Yeah,
of
yeah.
the person killed in Nightstone.
It's crazy.
How long ago was
Is that a side
now?
quest?
Well, Troll's dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're pushing for
knock that
this
shit
like
off.
golden shield. Ever.
Level fucking 14, bitches.
2 levels, huh?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. You guys take a look, and there are a number of gates that you can see. Southwest gate, east gate, north gate, and you're just like literally just flying in from the east. So I'll move on to a map of Bryn Shander for you guys. Closest gate would be the east gate. Alright, so it's a huge walled settlement enclosed within these walls. And you don't think it's going to be a good idea to just like fly in and, you know, land. You're probably going to want to go to the gate and
Just fucking circle in.
Just jump off.
People screaming.
Just shooting
Everyone's on-
fireballs for dramatic effect.
That'd be fun.
Can we walk them in? Like, can we ride them as
oh, you can choose a gate.
ground mounts?
Yeah,
I think it might.
probably just want to go
we're-
to a gate basically.
Yeah, we would be coming from the east, so that'd be the easiest way to. Well, kind of eastish.
Okay, that's what you're saying.
Yeah, go to the east gate.
That's so cool. Just coming to the gates with fucking griffins. Hey, what's up?
Hello, friends.
All right.
Yeah.
You guys land from the
Get-
east
okay.
way, and there's a few caravans of dwarves and humans just moving both ways. You know, they've got fresh fish and whatnot. I guess there's a lot of empty caravans actually leaving Bryn Shander because, you know, it's nighttime, so they're heading back to the other smaller settlements. And you guys arrive here at the east gate. There's a 15-foot high hinged wooden gate and surrounded by a 30-foot tall stone wall, and rising up between them are these 40-foot tall cylindrical stone towers flanking the gate, watching over the trail. And you've just landed, and you walk up to the gates. You guys get off your griffins, and you can use your tokens to you know, accurately portray where you're going to be. Griffins can just go to the side for now. Those of you that had 2 levels of exhaustion now have 1. Or Roderick had 3, so you've got 2. Now it hasn't been another night yet though.
Okay.
2. So you're feeling a little bit tired. The other griffin has recovered though.
I think I only had 1 level of exhaustion. Would that be gone?
Yeah, Lily's and Norin's gone. Actually, sorry, Roderick, you're down to 1 as well. Just 1,
Okay.
not 2.
Means I'm
And,
not hobbling along.
yeah, you're just a little bit tired. That's all. Okay.
Kill the gate.
You arrive at the gate. There are a number of dwarves looking down at you. You can hear the low hum of the city denizens moving within. It's freezing cold here, by the way. And yeah, you've got a number of dwarves with crossbows kind of trained on you. And these gates are closed. They seem to only be opening to let through merchants. And dwarves call out to you all, "What's your business here, outsiders?" They call down to you from these towers.
Hey, old friend. We're tracking a thief.
Maybe.
Tracking a thief? Ha!
A thief.
Ah! Who sent you? Lord's Alliance?
It's personal.
Can we say the Harpers? Is that a thing or no?
Those who shan't be named.
You shouldn't mention the Harpers. Harpers are spies.
Yeah, like we sent us. We're on our own business.
Well, I've got
We need our
bad
shit
news. The Weevil's been caught. And we
What?
ain't letting anyone in through this gate.
We were the ones that caught him, friend. That is not the thief that we look for.
Well, no one's getting through the east gate. Gates are closed for the night. Try the southwest gate. Go on then.
I don't understand. Why would that one be open but this one is not?
Because that's where the sheriff deputy is, and she's the only one that has power to let people in the city at the moment. After dark.
Fair enough.
What it's
dark.
happened to the sheriff?
Does the gate open in the morning?
It does. Aye.
Does anyone have a
For
daylight spell?
merchants.
That sunbeam. If I
Coming
could
from the
some
10 towns.
would you let us in?
I suggest
Fireball.
you move on. This isn't a time to be playing giants. Be roaming these parts. Now, if you want in the city, I suggest you head to the southwest gate before a giant comes and crushes your skull open.
Let's just ride the Griffins over the fucking city to the gate.
Let's.
That'd be so
Yeah, if you
awesome.
want to, if you want to do
Around.
that, you'd probably, you'd
Get some
probably have
fucking
the
arrows in the
entire
ass.
town militia and all of their guards come down on you.
By the
we
way,
want cooperation, not resistance.
You,
It's
could
a
prob-
joke.
you reckon you could probably force the gates open, Than? They're only 15 feet high.
I'll call up to the dwarves. By the way, have you seen an airship anywhere close to here? It would have been flown in by a gnome.
Huh?
Yes, in the last day or two.
I think I seen something like that flying around somewhere. There's a
You
few
know
of them
where?
about. I don't know.
few
One of the other
airports.
towns. There ain't none in here.
I did not think they were that common.
All right, thanks, friend.
I wonder-
For a whole lot of nothing.
So
You're
what do you
just
think-
Basically talking.
How would
to
an
like
airship work
you
coming
just-
here?
You're just talking to
What-
a visored helm through the top, through an arrow slit, basically, when you're convening with this dwarf.
If we were coming to a town like this, where would we dock the airship?
Probably on one of the.
One of the
I
what?
guess.
The what?
It
Lake.
doesn't look like this town builds up.
Oh, the lakes.
Yeah.
So, I'm curious. It's 1,000. Oh, wow. That's
Our intel is that he came here first, so we might as well try to get in and find some place to stay for the night. We might be able to put up might be a livery or something where we can put up the griffins.
I mean, I can set us up for the night if that's what you want.
Well, if we get inside, we might have the opportunity to ask a few questions at the local inns and stuff.
And you
right?
also notice there are about 8 dwarven guards on patrol, moving back and forth and patrolling the roads as well.
Well, let's head to the other gate.
Keep in mind the griffins also, they don't stay in a tiny hut, so
Yeah.
they would be very vulnerable.
Should try to see if there's a livery or something inside the.
They need to be stable, those griffins.
All right. And I'll hop back in the saddle. Man, these dwarves, I mean, they've got balls of steel. I mean, they got people just flying in on griffins and saying and asking questions. And they're like, nope, come in here.
Yep, just regular dwarves.
Alright, you guys jump on the griffins and swing around to the southwest gate. I'll move you guys over there.
Like, just cut over a bit of it.
Alright, you swoop down.
Fly over.
And, yeah, the gates
Just
are-
a little bit, just to.
Park the griffins to the side. These gates are also closed, and there's no caravans going to or fro. Same deal. The gates are about 15 feet high, and then there's an even higher wall, and then there's an even higher set of watchtowers.
Call out, "Hello, the gate!" Amplify it really loud.
You would expect these gates to usually just be open as well, to let people in and out. Obviously, they're a bit spooked by the giants. And,
Maybe we can.
A female dwarf calls out at you as 4 other guards. They watch down at you guys from the watchtowers, and then there is another 8 guards atop the walls. So you've got about 12 guards trained on you, and they're leveling crossbows towards you. They actually mostly look like humans. There are a sprinkling of dwarves, a half-orc, and other smaller races too. And female dwarf calls down to you. Can I help you, travelers?
Could you? We'd seeking shelter for the night. Can you open the gate?
We can just come over. Don't trouble yourself.
She
case.
says, "One moment," and she opens a smaller door, a smaller gate door, which is only size for a dwarf. It's like a doggy door, basically. And she you see this bright auburn hair and some curls. A female dwarf. She smiles at you all. And she has some sort of lapel pin, some sort of badge on her side. And she takes in a deep breath. And kind of sticks her chest out and hands on her hips. And you can already, despite not really being able to see the other dwarves too well, you can basically hear them rolling their eyes as she's about to give this speech. Well met, travellers. Keep your fingers and extremities under wraps, lest Oral bite them off. Mind your tempers, and you'll be most welcome here. Brought goods to sell, the market lies straight ahead. Craving a warm drink? May I recommend a drop of Firebeard's fire brandy? Sadly, only a small amount remains. But you can find it at Kelvin's Comfort, located on your right as you enter the market square.
That sounds wonderful. Is there a stable or livery?
Of course. I'd be happy to direct you to the stables right inside the walls. We could use some adventurers staying here for the night. There's been troubles for giants and, well, we've been stretched far and few beyond the walls of Brinchanda.
Well, we love killing giants, so that would be welcome.
Excellent.
Gets a bit dreary sometimes.
Open the gates. Open the gates. Open the gates. Open the gates. Open the gates.
Does anyone actually open the gates, or do they just say?
Yeah,
I mean, we could just come over the top.
They've relayed it all the way to the east gate, and we have to go around and go in that.
Open the east gate.
All right, Orgrek opens the gates for you guys, and you head on in. Orgrek Brighthelm. Orgrek Brighthelm's my name. I'm the deputy of this town, sheriff's deputy.
Is it gratuity normally expected?
No. And she lets you guys in, and Griffin's just walking along, and as soon as you guys are in, the gates close. And she just, there's a stable just standing against the outer wall. This stable's it's usually only for horses, but I'm sure they'll find you a spot.
Perfect. I love horses.
I would recommend that you keep horses away from the griffins. They tend to eat them.
Oh yes, I know that. I know that horses eat griffins. Okay, so
no, it's the other. Okay, all right.
Well, ma'am, you seem very important, and you might be able to help us. Has there been a gnome that's come through here in the last few days?
A gnome?
A gnome.
Oh, why, this is Brinchanda, right near Hundlestone. There's plenty of gnomes.
Any with a flying ship?
Flying ship? Not in Brinchanda. We don't allow flying ships inside the walls.
It's quite sensible of you.
Well, Brinchanda's my home. It's my job to protect her. I wouldn't be doing my job if I just let flying ships in here. Who knows what they have in them? Giants, maybe.
Quite right.
Or gnomes.
Quite right.
So you're powerful adventurers that like to kill giants, are you?
We are indeed.
Great. I'm looking for somewhere to sleep.
Yeah, and that fire brandy sounded quite tasty.
Yes, you should try Kelvin's Comfort. And if you are heading through town and you happen to come across the deputy, the sheriff, I mean, his name is Sheriff Southwell. You tell him that I allowed powerful adventurers in the town, would you?
Of course. You deserve recognition.
And tell him how much of a good job I did.
Is there some sort of form we have to fill out?
Oh, no. I mean, there's a small tax, but I'm willing to waive it for powerful adventurers. Just, I mean, if you happen to come across Markham, you'll notice him because he's so brawny and muscly, and those eyes, and
All right.
he's my boss, and if you see the sheriff, you tell him you put in a good word for me. And anyway, I must get going. I'll see you around, adventurers. I must close up.
Is there anything else you want us to tell him? For you?
Oh no, just that I'm doing my job, and I'm sure I'll tell him anything else I need to tell him.
By the way, where exactly would he be located? I think we have to talk to him anyway.
Oh, well, he'll be at the town hall. I can give you a few directions if you want. And as you guys look out, it's just there is a road, like a main thoroughfare, and then it's just sprawled with mostly residential, but also a number of shops and temples and things like that.
There is no zoning here. Good lord. Yeah, directions would be nice.
It is a bit of a mismatched jumble. It's very hilly as well. There are buildings raised up and buildings sunken down, and she'll just be like pointing out locations. Feel free to like draw on this map or make any notes.
Cool.
But I mean, she's not giving you a map or anything like that. So all right, your griffins will be stabled right here. Head down the road, and that'll take you to the market square. That's where you can get some food, and you can do some shopping as well. We have the best scrimshaw trinkets. The town hall, well, it's a little bit off the beaten track. You'll actually need to head through to the market and take a left, halfway up towards the north gate. And she just kind of points you to this location by the sounds of it.
You said that's what?
That's the town hall.
Town hall.
That's where you'll find Sheriff Markham. Oh, I'm sure he's there doing all sorts of important business with those... Oh, quill in one hand and those rippling... Anyway, so if some of you are religious folk, well, our largest place of worship is the House of the Triad. It's quite an impressive building, can't miss it. Built by dwarves, of course. We follow the gods Tyr, the god of justice, Torm, the god of courage, self-sacrifice, and Ilmater, the god of endurance in the face of suffering. Stop by there and say a prayer, and you'll be blessed. Now, you said you're looking for some firebeards, firebrandy. Well, Kelvin's Comfort, it's right before the market. Large establishment just on your right. It's the most popular tavern in town. While you're there, having a drink, you may want to get a nice helm to protect your head from, I don't know, a frost giant's axe. The armory is right across the road. I wouldn't suggest going to Black Iron Blades, though. It's further in beyond the market, but it's not the best quality. You should also get some souvenirs. While you're here, look for the Hooked Knucklehead. It's an inn. It usually caters to scrimshanders. Now, if you want to get some first-hand scrimshaw, that's where you go. Don't worry about getting ripped off by some tourist traps at the market. Go straight to the Hooked Knucklehead. And then for anything else you need, look at Renderill's Emporium. It's right near the market. It's the largest trade house in Bryn Shander. And as she's like, she looks like she's going to just talk to you guys like all through the night, but a couple of guards actually call out to her. And, oh, I've got some paperwork to do. And she says, enjoy your stay here in Bryn Shander, Jewel of the North. And heads off into one of these gatehouses. Alright, it's 1 silver for your griffins. So you can cross off 3 silver pieces, but they're barracked here now.
Below me, so
So she leaves you to it for you guys to make your way through the town.
What time of day is it?
I mean, it's bright, but it's nighttime. You know, the sun doesn't really even go down here. But yeah, it looks like people stay up late here as well, like well into the night. The sun doesn't go down. The city is busy. You see people moving about sharing some nice warm cups of mead on the street, huddled together out the front of their houses. People are trading and talking and smiling and laughing. Guards, however, stand everywhere, and they look like they're on edge as well. But there seems to be a certain comfort created by the surrounding walls of Bryn Shander, despite the giant threat.
So,
Unless we need something, it might be time well spent to get warm in the inn and listen to the local gossip.
that is what I was thinking as well. Maybe have a drink or two as well.
I'll stop by the church on the way through.
Okay. Alright, you guys head up and yeah, you see the House of the Triad. It's a very large temple, and it has the 3 different holy symbols proudly presented on the front face of the temple. There are priests and acolytes milling about. Some of them hail from all over the north, Neverwinter, Waterdeep. And as you enter, it's a very large open space. There are 3 different side chapels off to say prayers to the different gods, and then there is like a triple triad altar at the back. And as you guys enter, a helpful acolyte comes to greet you. He's a young human male. He looks to be a teenager, maybe early 20s. He's rugged up and he doesn't look like he's very comfortable here in the cold. And he has the holy symbol of Torm on a necklace around his neck. A fist. Gauntleted hand. And he looks up to you, Roderick, and says, well, I guess he kind of looks down to you, Roderick. And
but metaphorically looks up to me.
He says, welcome to the House of the Triads. My name is Sirach. I hail from Suzail. Come to say your prayers to the Triad.
Yes, I have. Seems wise in these times.
Your accent, you don't sound like you're a 10-towner. Are you new to Icewind Dale? I've not seen you around before. Is this your first time to come and say a prayer?
Here in Icewind Dale it is, yes.
To embrace Torm as your savior.
Which of the Triad do you follow the most, may I ask? I can guide you to the altar where you may say your prayers and offer your offerings.
I think Torm is most pertinent to me at the moment.
I'm an acolyte of Torm. You know, I first came here from Coromir to become a knucklehead trout fisher, but then I found Torm, and he has led me on the right path. You see, I'm an orphan. I've never known my mother or father, and I needed to get away from Coromir and start a new life. That is when the acolytes of Torm, they brought me in, and now I serve Torm. Icewind Dale is where I belong for the rest of my life.
Good to hear. What is it about Torm that was particular for you? Was just the acolytes were the ones that
The
came
act
to
of courage, without any worry of repercussions. Even if a warrior of Torm would be standing out there in the frozen tundras, surrounded by hordes of wreckhead barbarians, they would give their life to save someone weaker and less able. I've seen it firsthand.
Yeah, we saw something like that a while ago
Yes,
against the Zentarum.
there is no more a selfless act than self-sacrifice. Without duty or loyalty, a man is nothing.
Profound.
Nara steps forward and shows her amulet with the symbol of Tyr on it, and says, "Greetings there. I am Nara Stonemoss. I'm a servant of Tyr and also hail from Cormyr. My companion and I we're here in pursuit of a thief who stole an airship. Have you, by any chance, heard any rumors or seen anything?"
Oh, a thief. Scum. An airship. I think I've heard some talks. Yes. I believe there is a gnome who has an airship in one of the 10 towns. But I don't think it's stolen. He's been here for over 100 years.
What?
Not our gnome.
I'm
Could
sorry.
be his relic.
If I knew more, I would tell you. Yeah.
Is
Thank
that
you.
in Hundlestone? Do you know?
Oh, no. Hundlestone is... It's a small gnome village off to the southwest. The 10 towns are east from here. I'm not sure which of the 10 towns it is. Perhaps you could ask the sheriff? There is another
we might do that.
sheriff in town as well. So, Barrick, I believe his name is. He's also doing some investigating. He was recently looking for the Weevil. However, I think someone beat him to finding that scoundrel, and they've claimed the reward for his capture, so I don't think he's in a good mood at the moment, but perhaps you could cheer him up and reassure him that there's more to look forward to other than spending your whole life pursuing one bandit. He's a knight of Tyr, in fact. A member of the Order of the Gauntlet.
I heard that it was a member of, well, an acolyte of Tyr that was responsible for the capture of the Weevil as well. Somewhere down south.
Oh! Well, he's been doing lots of information gathering. I'm sure he'll know something. Spare a coin for the coffers?
Of course.
There are many needy people in town, and these donations will buy them food and warm clothing. Alright, so you can give them some donations, and you can say a prayer to your gods, and they also offer a full range of cleric spells here. These services if you need them.
Nara will donate 50 gold and say a quick prayer to Tyr at his shrine or whatever.
50 gold! That is more gold than anyone has ever given! Ever!
Quick, take 40 back, quick.
The
I hope it
entire
helps.
time I've been here. Oh, you've just improved the lives. Dozens and dozens of poor people in Brinchanda.
Use one of that gold to make a plaque.
I
And
would say, I
Nara
noticed you didn't
Stonemoss.
mention any whiskey for the needy, so I'll donate 5 as well.
An older priest comes over and says, "Oh, Sirac, you can't go blurting that out. Your donations are much appreciated, adventurers. The boy, he's honest to a fault, isn't he? You shouldn't
I
go
don't think
telling
it's a
them
fault.
that the donation is so big, my boy. They may give less." Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I've got some vellums to roll out now. I'll leave you all to it. Thank you so much again. You've done more than enough. I cannot accept any more donations.
All right.
If you say so.
Darn.
Well,
That doesn't sound like any church I know.
Yeah, again, the my head priest is scolding him. Oh, don't say that, boy. Our coffers are bottomless.
You'll never make it in this business.
Yeah,
my
Norn
church
has
doesn't
never-
take donations.
Norn has never been much of a religious type. I mean, his family did. His family worships like one of the forest guys. It's like Mialiki or Sylvanas, one of the two. But he never really cared much.
Alright, you say your prayers, and give you donations, and there are other people coming in, praying to the gods that winter doesn't take them, and whatnot. And you spill out from the church, and there's a lot of hustle and bustle. The town's really alive. You can hear someone calling out, standing on a crate just up ahead, a woman, and she has a Waterdavian accent. People of Bryn Shander, listen to me. We must look for the dancing wave. I beg you, bad things will happen. What happens down in the south affects the north. Adventurers, come. New to Bryn Shander, I see. But whether you're new or you've lived here all your life, you have the chance to change the future of this world. I implore you, join me, adventurers, and find the dancing wave. Save the Sword Coast.
What's a dancing wave?
That was my question as well.
The dancing wave. It was a ship. A ship that belonged to my mother that went missing. And on that ship were special oils and unguents and incense needed for a magic ritual to calm an evil that lies at the bottom of the sea. Are you a survivor? The people of Icewind Dale are survivors. They can weather any storm. Can you?
Yep, I had no problems coming here at all. No altitude sickness, nothing like that. Anyway, is that ship of yours perhaps immune to scrying?
I'm not sure. I think it is nothing more than a wreck. However, the rare oils needed to close this evil rift, they still lie somewhere at the bottom of the ocean. The ship has been missing for several weeks. It was transporting goods from Luskan to Waterdeep when it disappeared. Some say that privateers boarded the ship. Some say that pirates have taken it. But I think that wherever it is, that we can band together and we can save the Sword Coast.
It wasn't a gambler's ship, was it?
No. The Dancing Wave.
That's a good question.
A merchant vessel. The Dancing
How-
Would
Wave.
it have room to store a giant in it?
The key to safety of the North. I don't know if it could hold a giant or not, but I implore you, join me. We will search for the ship and we will save the North.
You said
We
that was your
have-
We're full up on saving the world quests for now.
Yeah, like maybe you could join us because we might be going out into the ocean anyway, but we have our own saving the world stuff to do.
Yeah, we're going to say Faerun first, but then we can save
Yeah.
the rest of the
Yeah.
list.
Exactly.
My mother taught me what it means to be a good leader before she went missing. And I won't disappoint her. I'd be happy to lead you down the Sword Coast. If you wish to join me. I have this letter from my aunt. We can have free passage and accommodation at any city up and down the Sword Coast, from Neverwinter to Waterdeep. Join me.
Yeah, the funding isn't really the issue for us.
What is the issue?
Well, the issue is
Is the
one
north
of time
part of
and
Faerun or
also
not?
finding our airship. We are also looking for a vessel,
An airship.
an airship. Yes.
An airship would prove quite well. to search for the wreckage.
It
Of
sounds
the
like
dancing wave.
a worthy quest, but we have to fix the problem with the giants first. Then we can worry about the bastard at the bottom of the sea.
Yeah. Although
Fixing
it could
giant
be the bastard at the bottom of the
problems.
sea. That's
Will not help you. Do not see that all problems span from this evil that lies at the bottom of the ocean. Only with my mother's rare oils and special incenses can we close the dark rift, and all shall be well once again.
How do you plan to travel to this? Under
All
water.
I need is someone to sponsor me.
You're looking for money, is what you're saying.
Thought your mother took care of that.
Well, perhaps once we reunite with our airship, we'd be willing to take you to your destination if it's on our way. If that helps your cause, then
Tell
Let us
me,
know.
adventurers, have you heard of any crashed ships? Have you seen any wreckage or heard any rumors of a sunken ship along your travels?
not a sunken ship, but a crashed ship. Yeah, we've done that a couple times.
yes.
Where
There's
do you
many
hail
dangers out
from,
there.
adventurers?
What
And
about the ship in the skies?
are any of you nobility? None of you sound of Waterdavian nobility.
Definitely not.
I'm from the forest.
I
so
too.
no.
Yes,
I
I'm
too am from the forest.
Lord Thomas of California.
Shit.
Well,
Lord.
wherever you hail from in California, spread the word. The dancing wave must be recovered.
Very well.
Hail, random dwarves drinking on the street. Come. I have much to tell you. And she just turns her attention towards the next travelers that start to walk through.
Oof.
There could
It's
be
like,
something
that's why
to.
you don't talk to them when they make eye contact.
Yeah, but there could be something to that because it's like the whole Kraken Society kidnapping, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah, Theater's Dune, all that good stuff.
But
but
I
we've
think
already
we-
solved that problem.
Alright, it's pretty congested up here when you guys move forward. People are starting to spill in and out of the marketplace. It's roughly circular in shape. It's right smack bang in the center of the town. There are local traders and foreign traders selling their wares. You can see clothes from all the way up in Icewind Dale fashions and all the way down to the city of Am, or the region of Am. And even some clothes that you'll recognize from Coromir, popular fashions and whatnot. There are tents, covered wagons. There are campfires with people huddled around them, crackling with smoke. And there are fresh knucklehead trout being roasted over fires, and all of these comforting smells, and the scent of mulled wine fills the air. And up ahead on your right as well, you have Kelvin's Comfort, quite a large inn. And then on your left, you have an armory with some guards standing out the front. So, where do you guys go? Marketplace, Kelvin's Comfort, armory, or somewhere else?
Well, I heard they were almost out of the whiskey, so let's go there first.
I was gonna suggest we could go to the town hall and go ahead and talk to the sheriff, but
Well, we
Doesn't
can't
sound
just.
like we need to
we
do
can't
that.
just. Yeah, but like, this is on our way. We're here now.
Yeah,
Would you like us to get it to go?
Yeah, we can get it to go. We can get like a barrel or so to put in the bag of holding.
I'm not sure that's how it works. But
If we're gonna go in, we might as well sit for a bit and listen to some of the gossip.
yeah, and isn't there supposed to? Isn't this where our acolyte friend said that the Order of the Gauntlet guy was gonna be?
Yeah. As you
Yeah.
guys look at the tavern as well, there is just this massive bronze plaque out the front of it with King Bruno Battlehammer's face. The
Look
Dwarven
at
King
that.
of the North. Famous adventurer.
I tell them, that's King Bruno Battlehammer, King of the North.
King of the North! Duvessa yells out.
Like the whole north?
He's the king of the dwarves.
King of all the North,
reclaimed
yes.
Gauntle Grim, the ancient dwarven forge, and is loudly regarded to be the king of all dwarves in the north.
Norn is gonna take off his helm and stoop through the door. I'm sure it's
A proper height.
man. It's gotta be so annoying to be that tall to actually have to like stoop every time you go through a doorway.
Hey, those antlers come off.
Well, they're on the helm.
Alright,
They're like side mirrors. They flip down if they get hit.
there are a number of wagons parked around the side of Kelvin's Comfort. You guys head in, and it is packed in here. It's a massive common room bedecked with dwarven craft of Battlehammer make, Clan Battlehammer. There are just shelves and shelves, as far as the eye can see, of liquors that are imported from Mirabar and other places from the other side of the spine world. Like you name a drink, and they've got it here. An extensive stock of dwarven ales and brandies as well. And there's barely any room for you guys to even move around. You're constantly bumping shoulders with people, and even some of the toughest folk, the toughest looking ragged sellswords of this place, even steer clear of you guys as you walk in, decked out in your magic items and armor, and you're basically just like moving through this mosh pit of drunken dwarves and humans and gnomes, and there's like a path being created for you guys as you make your way to the bar. And the proprietor is also the bartender at the moment. He's a shield dwarf male, and he's like quite busy. And there is another man in full plate armor sitting at the bar, and he's got his head sunken down, and he's taking some shots. And there's a room at the bar near him. And he looks over at you all, and you can see he has the symbol of Tyr emblazoned on his breastplate. He has this gauntlet that the members of the Silver Gauntlet, the members of the Order of the Gauntlet wear. He looks like an elderly man, male human. He's very stern. You can tell that he's a seasoned warrior, and he kind of reeks like alcohol. Looks over at you guys. Take a seat. There's plenty of room here. You, dwarf, come and sit with me. Points to you, Roderick. What's your name?
I begin explaining to Lily, and then business calls.
I may never know.
What is your name, friend?
Roderick. And yours?
Oh, Roderick. So, a quick response. My name is Sir Barrick Nyleth, Knight of the Order of the Gauntlet. So that's a nice beard you got there.
Shit.
Thank you.
Yeah, have a shot. It's Flamebeard's Fire Brandy. Do you like Flamebeard's Fire Brandy, do you?
I'll have to try it first.
Oh, so it's
And,
the first time you've heard of it, is it?
It was mentioned by the lady at the gate.
Oh, the lady at the gate, okay. The lady at the gate told you about it, okay. Well, you know what? This one's on the house. So tell me if you like it. I'm sure you will. Let's have a shot in the name of Tyr, the god of justice. You know, that will bring down justice against evildoers. And he offers you this shot, Roderick. I want then.
I will take the shot.
He shots it with you at the same time. And it tastes like shit, Roderick. It is not nice at all. It is like the worst. It's rock gut. This is like the worst drink you've ever had.
Oh.
And he eyes you. Or do you like it?
I don't think I'm drunk enough for this stuff.
Oh, are you sure? You haven't? Tell me, what do you think about evildoers? Roderick?
I think they should give us back our airship. And
Oh, I'm sure they would. So, what attracted you here? You said the lady at the gate told you we were selling Flame Brand's Firebeard, and you just came straight here as soon as you heard that. Don't you think that's a little bit convenient?
well, I stopped by the church first.
Oh, to say your final prayers. He stands up from his seat and he draws his longsword. Shing! And immediately
I draw
people-
mine.
people start backing up. Most
I'm going to
people.
command him to drop that. Again?
Alright, the bartender says, he like yells out as well. No brandishing weapons inside! Alright, make a dexterity check, Roderick. You start casting a
Sure.
spell and
Just a straight check.
yeah, it's basically you rolled initiative against him.
I do get my wisdom modifier to initiative rolls.
Alright, you beat him to the punch.
Yep.
And you cast command on him. And yeah, he hasn't like he's brandished his weapon, but he hasn't like come to attack you or anything like that. Keep in mind this guy is an authoritative figure as well. So he does, as far as you understand, have authority in this town. So what you'd be basically committing a crime if you take it further, Roderick. Whether you're in the right or wrong or not.
Can Nara kind of intervene here?
Yeah.
I just want to kind of try to diffuse it and again, display my symbol of tear and say, please, brother, there's no need for violence. See, our business here is in the pursuit of justice.
Alright, Nara, make a persuasion check with advantage. People have started to back out. Roderick already cast a spell. The bartenders just grabbed like a large club from underneath the bar. Some people are so drunk they don't even
Actually,
notice.
if that was just an ability check, I would have got a 3 on that because one level of exhaustion, disadvantage on ability checks.
Oh yeah. Anyway, he's not attacking you. He's just drawing his sword, and he is a knight. Alright, Nara. He looks over at you. Now you, if you have any semblance of being a knight of Tyr, the Lord, the Order, our family, then through your actions you shall honor both. Arrest him! Arrest the Weevil! He points his longsword at Roderick.
That's what I thought. So, do you just accuse any dwarf that you see of being the Weevil? That seems a little odd, Sir Knight.
He's kind of
Yeah,
stumbling
Nara
around
says,
a little bit. You can tell he's drunk.
Nara
Trying
says,
to
I
restore him?
I swear on Tyr's name that is not this weevil you speak of.
But I have evidence. I have learned of the Weevil's mad craving for Flame-Brand's Firebrand, Beardy. And he likes it.
Not anymore.
He came
We killed
straight
him.
over of his own volition, and he came and sat down and he ordered a flame brandy. It's not even Flamebeard's fire brandy. I tricked you. We can't afford that. It's actually Mirabarian Rutgut you fell into land.
Well,
was
maybe
quite disappointed
we should
with
buy a round of that.
Wait, did you
brandy
just
so we
tell
can
me
all-
you lied to me?
The bartender, Odgin Flamebeard, he slammed his fists on the bar. Enough! All of you, stand down! Sheath your weapons. I don't care if you're the knight of Oogly Boogly Doo. I don't give a shit. You level your weapon at one of my patrons again and I'll knock your teeth out. You've got no authority in this town, Sir Barrack. You can't even say the name of the drink. You know that this ruse is over. The Weevil's been captured.
Let's just buy a round of brandy as a peace offering. Even one for our good friend here.
He looks defeated, and Sir Barrack has come to the realization that the Weevil has been captured.
He'd buy us a drink. We're the ones that captured him.
He starts kind of sniffling and crying a little bit.
Oh, jeez.
I'm sorry. I know. He just like drops his longsword on the ground.
Hug it out.
I know that he's been captured. I'm sorry to waste your time.
Hug a dwarf.
I just spent so much time searching for him. I came all the way from Neverwinter. I can't return there. A failure. I cannot face Sir Laniver. I have failed. I'm not afraid to die.
Jeez.
When Tyr finally calls me, I'll go to him happily.
Well,
Somebody-
if you aid us, you can truthfully say you aided those that captured the Weevil. So
I'm done with ruses. I don't know what plan you're thinking up to tie him up and stick an apple in his mouth. Call him the Weevil, but I'm done. No more lies.
Can somebody slap a lesser restoration on that dude?
Scared to get arrested if I do.
yeah, I'll use my charm. 2 uses of the charges of the charm to give a lesser restoration on him.
Alright.
So listen, friend, it's gonna be okay.
He immediately sobers up and he looks like truly guilty and sorry. Oh, what have I done? This is not what I stand for.
Your
I
greatest
swore
offense.
an oath to catch evildoers and bring them to justice, and what have I become? My own worst enemy.
That's what Rockcut will do to you.
But even though Weevil's been captured, you could help us capture a ship thief. That would be quite an accomplishment.
Ship thief. But my mission was to bring the Weevil to justice, and if
Justice he has been brought.
Well, you could deputize us retroactively.
I'm not the deputy. I'm not the sheriff of this town. The sheriff is Markham Southwell. I should hand myself into him. You should
For what?
hand me into him.
It'll make you feel
Brandishing
better.
a weapon? I've committed many crimes. Threatened you. With no merit. And I've been selling... I've forced Odkin here to sell Mirabari and Rotgut under the guise of Flamebeard's fire brandy. No greater crime can be seen in the eyes of dwarves. And like 3 dwarves sitting at the bar that hear that just spit out this ale at the same time he says that. What the fuck? They like scream out. He holds out his hands. Arrest me. Bring me to justice. And then you'll get deputized.
Well, that's not really what we're after. I was thinking of a way to save your honor.
I
Yeah,
must
we-
be punished for my crimes.
Sounds like you've got a thing for Ilmater rather than Tyr. Maybe you should go check him out at the Temple of the Three.
If you will not hand me in, then I'll hand in myself. I'm going to go to the town hall.
Great.
Here will judge me.
Well,
We need to
we
go there
were
too.
heading. We were heading
go
there as
together.
well, so we can go. But first, I do need that fire brandy.
Need a shot of that.
There is no fire brandy. The cargo was stolen by the Weevil. It's his signature drink. That's why I made the ruse, to try and attract him. And I guess my own stubbornness has blinded me. But if you're looking for criminals, there are many in the 10 towns. But I am no longer a free man.
Well, I'll ask the bartender. Do you have something else?
Hodgkin just says, I will...
Oh,
Thanks to the sheriff here, I'm actually making quite a profit these days. So on the house, some dwarven beard mash. They say that it's made from stone giants holding dwarves upside down, and it's stirred with the beard of dwarves. The mash is.
yeah.
Before
I don't think
fer-
we're
it
going to
helps
believe
with
too
the
much of what anyone
fermentation.
else sells in this town.
Some nearby dwarves hear that. Stirred with the beard of dwarves? I'll take some of that. Imagine the flavour.
Sure.
As
I'll
you
try
guys
it.
are- as you
Norm
guys
walks
are-
out of the bar at this point, and he's
as-
like, "Oh, I can't."
as you're standing here, Lily, you feel a tap on the shoulder. You look around, no one's there. But just sticking out of your pocket is a note. And it has a little harp on it. And it says, meet me at the marketplace.
All right, I'll try to start getting everybody's attention.
Norman's already walking out.
So do you guys want to hand
I'm with
in Sir
Norm.
Barrack?
I mean,
suppose we
sure.
can.
He's only committed minor crimes, but he thinks that he's like,
I,
deserves
Yeah,
the death
I mean,
penalty,
well-
apparently.
I mean, Nara would kind of like to tell him to, chin up, brother. None of us are perfect. What you did, your heart was in the right place, and if you really want to serve penance for your minor infractions here, just lend us your aid.
I will, but I must follow the laws of Bryn Shander. I will allow Tia and the sheriff to judge me, and if I am still a free man after that, then I will join you. Bring evildoers to justice.
Well, you let us know how that goes. We've got a meeting in the market square we need to attend.
I understand. I'll arrest myself. Put these manacles on me.
We want to talk to
I
the
actually
sheriff.
have some manacles.
We want to talk to the sheriff anyway, don't we?
Yeah, so let's just escort him over there.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that's Nara would want to do that too. At least be a part of it.
Alright. Well, yeah, it's still like, fairly early in the night. You've got time to do both.
Yeah.
Alright, so you guys are going to take, seems like the group consensus was go to the sheriff first and then head to the market, I'm guessing.
So, because we probably won't take him to the meeting.
Okay, I mean, you're going to be
Big-
heading through
since
the
he's Lord
market
Alliance.
square. I mean, you see a bunch of waifs and merchants and whatnot trying to sell you guys goods. But you guys quickly move through the market square with Sir Varric, and you head over to the town hall. Let's take a 10-minute break now. Take a quick breather, and when we get back, we'll see what's happening at the town hall. See you guys back soon.
Sure.
Hey all.
Bueno.
Welcome back.
How's everyone doing?
Pretty good.
Okay,
My chicken wings arrived, so very well.
good timing.
Happy.
This you've just completed life. That's pretty much it. Okay, so you've made your way through Bryn Shander, and you just started to get to know some of the residents here. Ulrich Brighthelm, the deputy sheriff, Sirach of Suzail, the Temple of the Triad, Duvessa Shane, town speaker, Sir Barak Nileth, failed member of the Order of the Gauntlet, hardened criminal. You've made your way through the town and you've arrived at the town hall. Town hall is the largest building that borders the central square. You notice it straight away. It's one large, hall basically. Massive building. It's a long building, and you guys head around to the back. And there's a short flight of stone steps that lead down to a wooden door. And Sir Barak actually leads you guys around there. That's the sheriff's office there. I don't expect any mercy from you, Nara. You tell him everything I've done, and I'll accept those consequences. You head on down the stairs. The door's got a bit of a glaze of ice on it, and you just knock on this heavy door, and a tall male human answers the door. He's got a bald head, a bit of a goatee, and he has a badge, sheriff's badge.
Does he have muscles and a quill?
He has muscles. He looks quite formidable, very brawny, and just gives you guys a little bit of a smile. And he looks over at Sir Barak. Can I help you? He says. Sir Barak, why are you in manacles? And who are you in company with? Tell them, Nara. Tell him everything I've done. I left that.
Say, greetings, I am Nara Stonemoss, humble servant of Tyr. And Sir Barak here has overindulged and strayed from the path.
Oh. Please come in. Forgive the accommodations. As you enter down the stairs, you come to a sunken cellar. The walls are frozen. The floor is just hard packed earth, and there are like 3 jail cells lining one wall. There's a desk, a chair, and a few shelves and whatnot. It's like a makeshift office. The town hall is currently under some renovations, Markham says. And the jail cells are unoccupied. There are also 2 stout-looking human guards standing nearby. They carry spears and have fluffy hats. Markin has like a ring of keys attached to his belt. He sits down at his desk and he looks up at you all. So tell me exactly what is going on here. What is the meaning of all this? You, adventurers. I'll let you explain.
Nara, did you want to tell of your companion? Well, your fellow Tyr's deeds?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not 100% clear what exactly he's so upset about doing.
I can say some things if you want.
Yeah, if somebody else wants to speak up on that.
Yeah. So this man feels that he needs to have justice served for his deception that he had set up as a ruse to catch the weasel. He was
Weevil.
the weevil. Yep. He was misleading people by telling them one drink was that the fire brandy was, well, that gut rot was actually fire brandy to lure him in, and he also drew a weapon in the bar. So those are his crimes. I don't wish to press charges, but it's, he feels he needs to see justice as is served by the town.
You do not feel threatened by him?
No, not really. It just seemed a bit disorderly.
And you, Sir Barrack, you confess to these crimes? Aye, I'm guilty, as charged. All people deserve to be treated with dignity. Even town criers such as Duvessa. It's my job to ensure that this happens. For the crime of deceiving the town folk, Sir Barrack, I ordered you to buy a round of drinks for the entire tavern. And for the crime of brandishing a weapon.
Wow.
Holy shit.
That will be 10 gold pieces. Pay your dues now, and justice will be served. Sir Barrack reaches into his coin pouch and he slams down the gold coins on Markham's desk. Good. Who has the keys to these manacles? You're free to go, Sir
Normally we just
Barrack.
get Ren to break them. I'm not sure if we have keys.
Well, they're his manacles, right?
Yeah, he should have the key, I would hope.
I swallowed the key.
Well,
Have to wait till
Maybe-
morning to get it.
I can try. For our friend here.
Alright, he holds out his manacles and 2 cuffs attached to a chain. You can try and snap the chain then with an athletic check.
Oh, I was thinking about picking the lock.
Oh, okay. We can do
If I
it.
can.
Sir
Right in
Barrack
front of
says
the
no.
sheriff.
I
No,
don't like showing off.
I don't want.
I have the key. I have the key right here.
I don't want the key unlocked. I don't want the manacles unlocked. I should wear them to remember what I've done. Snap the chains, and I'll wear these bangles around my arms to remind me of my crimes until death.
Think of the near future when you have to take a piss, my friend.
He's saying break the chains and he'll just wear the
Yeah, wear the
manacles.
manacles.
Oh, I
Sign
see.
that
Okay.
he's-
I grab the chain in both hands and break them.
Now that's jewelry that makes a statement.
Alright, make an athletics check then. And, you're having a bit of trouble. 17
Shit.
ain't gonna do it then. Not enough to break manacles.
These chains are too thick for me. Norn? Guidance on Norn.
I'll give it a try. Why not?
Markham says, with all due respect, but can you please do this elsewhere? You're all free to leave now.
Really?
Oh,
And you just
shit.
Snap him like with easy.
we
You like almost break his arm.
also
Accidentally punches the guy. Knocks him out.
Kill him.
Oh shit! Sorry.
give him his arm back, Doran.
Well,
Is that shit?
Markham, your deputy did want us to tell you that she's the one that had let us in. That she let giant to make sure that you were told that giant killers were let in after dark.
Yeah, we also had
Who,
other business here.
Orgrek? Oh, her.
What do you think of her, actually?
well, I've just deputized her as a favor for her father. She watches the gate, and, well, she does a good job of that, I guess. But I'm not one for small talk. You're free to leave.
Well, we also were told that you might have information about a criminal that may have come through here.
Yes, we are actually on business that demands justice be served.
I'm afraid I cannot involve myself in your affairs. I don't mean to disrespect anyone, but we've got a lot on our plate at the moment with the giant attacks. I need to focus on my job. You are free to do your own investigations, and if I think of something, I'll call for you.
Is there any way we could help you with your giant problem? Sounds like a giant problem.
Sorry, it is late. Do you mind? I've got a lot of work to do. We can talk more tomorrow.
Of course.
He seems pretty like, yeah, no nonsense, like he doesn't really want to talk too much to you guys.
Guess I won't tell him that the deputy probably wouldn't mind a visit tonight.
You don't tell him that his relative is
I was
dead.
wondering. I was wondering if we were going to tell him his sister is dead.
Oh, maybe
Whose
tomorrow.
voice was that?
Did you say that out loud?
Oh yeah. I should tell him.
No, I don't say that out loud. That's out of character.
You just say it like he's not in the room.
Just standing in front of him. So, which of you wanted to tell him that his sister died?
His wife and kids are missing.
Oh man. I mean, that'd be. I do have an 8 charisma. That would check out. But no, Norn wouldn't do that.
Alright, so yeah. You've had that quest for the longest, like pretty much the entire campaign. Morak's friend and neighbor, Samil, was killed in the giant attack. She didn't have any family in Nightstone, but she spoke about her brother Markham. Knows that Markham is the sheriff of Bryn Shander. Asked you guys to travel there and deliver the sad news. That's the whole reason you're here. And
Yeah, the only reason.
Made a special trip.
okay,
Oh.
After this, we'll
so you
travel.
guys have checked out an inn, and you've met quite a few people here. There is a couple of places that you heard of that you haven't checked out yet. There's the Hooked Knucklehead, a place if you want like a little scrimshaw trinket. Renderil's Emporium, a large trade house. There also seems to be a tavern at the end of the road here, at the north gate as well. And you imagine there's probably other inns that you could find as well if you didn't like that really busy one. And then there's also Black Iron Blades that you're actually told to steer clear of. And then the marketplace.
How do you get that meeting in the market?
Yeah.
I think Lily's
Was
one.
there any information about the Black Iron Blades? What's wrong with them?
Poor quality is what he said. Or she said.
Yeah, that was coming from the deputy.
It's a dwarf. They all
She's
look
a
the
huge
same.
dwarf, not a broad dwarf. So
It's tough to tell gender on dwarves. Both being bearded and all.
It's the beard.
Alright,
I have that problem with elves.
so you guys want to head into the market square?
I think so.
Okay. You guys head into the marketplace. Again, you're hit with all these lovely scents, and you can hear all the hustle and bustle. People are haggling, they're selling fresh fish and produce and imported from the south, and all sorts of trinkets, and a lot of the stuff is pretty expensive, and you guys get targeted by all these merchants because you're in your flashy armor, but not a single pickpocket would dare try to tempt themselves with any of your wares that you guys have on offer. And the tents, covered wagons, and massive campfires And yeah, there are heaps of people here. There's a lot of homeless people as well, haggards and waifs and just vagrants, as well as some sellswords looking around trying to sell their services to anyone who will take it. And, this big burly dude, he's like the size of a bear. I'll kill anyone you need. 1 gold per heart. I'll bring you the heart as proof, he says to you guys. Anything you need? Anything?
We could send him after a dragon.
And
Yeah, we need to get a message to Clough.
Just show him a picture of himself. Kill this guy.
you guys see all these heavily bundled figures standing around a campfire. This guy's still calling out from like 100 feet away. Anything! Like yelling at you guys like really loudly. And this woman comes up to you guys. She looks homeless. Young woman. She's got these boots that are too big for her feet. And thick gloves made of walrus hide. And she's dirty. And she holds out these massive gloves, cups them and says, Spare a coin. Spare a coin for a beggar, would you?
Flip her a silver.
Thank you. I know it's not much, but I have something I may offer you. Would you care to sit with me? We may be homeless, but we're not dangerous. We're regular folk, just like you, who got caught up in the giant attacks. We had to leave fire shear. Come warm yourself by the fire. I have some fish, some knucklehead trout. I'll share with you.
I'd like to hear about Fireshare and the Giants.
Oh, I'm afraid what I have to tell you is not of much interest, but perhaps you could fill a gal with hope and wonder by telling me a story of your adventure.
We could.
Baldor is my name.
Well, hi, Baldor.
You can, feel free to share a tale. Everyone's listening. I'm sure you lead much more interesting lives than us.
I'll start telling them about something I carved one time until I get interrupted with a better story.
Oh. Oh, come on, you look like a seasoned adventurer. You must have been on some great adventure. Fill our hearts with warmth for this night.
You can tell her about rescuing the dwarves from the fire giants.
Oh, that was a good one.
As you're doing this as well, that coin you gave her, she's already given it to some homeless kids and they've run off. You just gave it away straight away. And she gives them some fish as well. Oh, fire giants? Oh, that would be a welcome change from the usual thumping sounds of frost giants that are met around these parts. Do tell.
And another 10 silver since she's giving it away.
She hands a silver piece to all these different homeless kids. They gather around her and run off when they get the coin.
Tell her about.
So, anyways, we jumped into the buckets.
Yeah.
Oh, buckets.
Yep.
That must have been quite a plan. And what you hid down and you sprung an ambush on the fire giant king's son.
Most of our plans
Yeah.
end in epic tales.
That was the plan, yes.
It was actually the plan, yes.
In
The son we just call the princess, the son of the duck.
the end, though, we just
We
killed a
saved all those
statue.
people.
Yeah, we set the people free, and then we fought a
We
statue.
saved. Yeah, we saved a bunch of dwarves and what else was it? Gnomes? Or
Yep, some gnomes.
I don't know. They're all the same, really.
Speaking of gnomes,
wow, that was quite the segue there, Roderick.
People
gnomes are
just, like,
basically just short elves.
capitulate on your every
I
word.
take absolute offense to that.
Oh,
Hey, as you should.
you were in the Storm King's hold and you had to face every single type of giant? I'm sure you would have had to just talk your way out of it.
Yeah, well, I did. We did have to fight a frost giant or a stone giant. Was it stone?
We fought the
Well,
Sundays
anyway.
later.
You
Fire
traveled all the
giant.
way to Icewind Dale to tell the sheriff about his dead sister? Your adventures seem very
we haven't done that
successful. You,
He looked like he was in a bad mood, so we'll tell him tomorrow.
you kept
He's
traveling
always
north
been
and
bad.
arrived at Golden Fields? Alright, anyway. You tell her all these stories.
I think Anders still traveling to this day.
And the dozen frost giants we killed on the seashore.
Yeah.
Alright, you,
Yep, which was completely a success.
Ander. Shit.
you just tell her all
That's
these,
callback.
like, all
We
the-
should have
the
told her the
party's
tale of
great-
Ka.
the greatest flaws of your party, basically. And, alright, she thanks you, and then just before she heads off, she whispers to you, Lily, head southwest. Take the Ten Trail through the mountains to the mining settlement of Huddlestone. Make contact with Thwip Ironbottom. He'll tell you where your airship is. She winks at you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna,
Did someone get all that?
And she opens a dumpster and jumps in the dumpster and closes the lid.
The hell?
Can I have slipped her some money before she does that?
Don't do that. She'll just give it away.
Yeah, I think she's fine for money. She's a harper.
She quickly opens the lid of the dumpster. No, I'm not, and then closes it again.
I mean, a flutist. She's a flutist.
She's like Oscar the Grouch. No, I'm not. Okay. So,
Well,
yeah, she slips you that
a
bit of
penis,
info.
then.
She, obviously is the Harper contact, although she never says it.
That's good news.
Well, I'll just make sure that I tell everybody what I heard, so that you're not reliant on me remembering all of it.
Okay, yeah.
Southwest.
I'll bring up the map for you guys just so you have an idea of where this is. It's like the first town. I don't think it's actually on the Icewind Dale map. It's like, so yeah, if you're heading from Bryn Shander, you head down the caravan trail.
Mhm.
And then like Hundlestone is like literally like right on the edge of this map. It's, there's only like one road into Bryn Shander, and you can't miss it.
Right.
It's yeah, a day journey by Griffin.
Okay.
So spend the night somewhere here and
Yeah, it's getting pretty late now. You guys are like feeling sleepy, and people are starting to pack up things as well, retiring for the night. Everyone's gone home.
Should we stay at the inn? The Hook Knuckle Inn?
Might as well.
Yep, I said that way.
All right, you guys.
The other one.
Head over to the tavern that you're in earlier.
Oh,
Kelvin's
going back there?
Comfort.
I think
yeah, the Knucklehead is the craft shop.
Yeah, Kelvin's Comfort. All right, when you guys head back there, they've got no vacancies. The rooms have been overwhelmed with all the refugees coming from Fireshear. There's not a single room available.
We could just commit some crimes and go into the sheriff's hall.
Odin
they
said,
had plenty of room.
"You'll have to find somewhere else. Try the North Look, or failing that, Gelden Stag's Rest." He's an old tavern, but yeah, I really got nothing good to say about it.
Well,
What was
thanks
the
for
other
your...
one?
So the North Gate, Gelden Stag's Rest, East Gate.
Jeez.
Let's try the north look, because, you know, the east gate. We had trouble there
Yeah,
before.
they weren't very nice.
Damn East Siders.
Yep. West side represent. I mean, south side. South side. Actually, no, it was southwest. Southwest side represent.
Okay. Even at this time of night, you could call it, it's still like pretty much broad daylight. There's just like a quiet din of the sound of the city resting now. You can smell smoke coming out of people's chimneys, but you know, it's well into the night at the moment. The sun is kind of still peeling on the horizon. And you guys head up to the north look, and it is loud. As you make your way up to this, it's a pretty shoddy looking tavern. This half orc just like explodes through a wall.
Kool-Aid man.
Like a dude is just like thrown. No, he's like thrown through the wall,
Oh,
and he lands on the ground on his back. He's out cold, and you look through the hole in the wall, and there is this dwarf, a third of his size, with rippling muscles, standing there, just saying, "Welcome! Name's Scram Scraps, looking for a room, are ya? There's a fresh vacancy!" And he's got like an eye missing. He's got all these tattoos all over his arms, scars, riddled with scars. Like a couple of rats scurrying around.
Sure.
Yep.
That kind of place.
"Come on in! Here's the room!" And it's like he's like literally in the room that he's offering, where the half orc was just thrown through the wall.
Well, at least we have 3 walls in this inn instead of 2.
How long does it take to fix
One.
that with mending?
Yeah, you could mend it.
take a while.
We can double mend. I got mend too. We'll just like double cast,
The mender
Double.
men.
double team.
All right. Well, there's your room. I'll charge you in the morning, depending
much are
on
you
what you
charge us?
break.
You're going to give us a discount for fixing your wall, right?
You can have it on credit, and you can pay for the room next payday like most of the patrons here. And if you don't, well, and he looks down at the half orc, he's just out cold.
I gotcha. Look
How much
around
did you
it.
say it was?
This looks like the kind of place. How much is it an hour?
Ah,
He says, "Don't worry about
Do you
that.
have anyone prettier?
Don't worry about that. You'll pay tomorrow."
Yeah, let's agree on a price. I don't want to be told tomorrow it's 10 gold for this palace.
How much do you usually pay for a room?
Silver. Silver?
Silver?
I think it's...
Silver? No. This here is an aristocratic room, pal. That guy, he was, look at them noble fancy clothes he's got on. And, double. 20 gold a night. And if you don't pay... He, like, just pulls out this massive dagger.
yeah, I don't think we're paying 20 gold. Let's try the other place.
We'll pay a silver for
I'm
this.
gonna have to charge you for the time you're in the room.
Yeah. We'll
Yeah, and we'll have to charge you
cover
for the
that.
consultation fee. That'll be 20 gold, please.
50
Or...
gold, and 50 for fixing the wall.
Yep.
And 10 for drawing a weapon.
Get out!
Brandishing.
Get out! Get out! Starts yelling at you guys.
I believe.
Well, that was a
Well-
massive waste of time.
Screw the north side.
Pick a
Guess we
nice
got
house.
one more in, and we're out of luck.
Pick a nice house, bang on
We
the door
can-
till someone answers it, give them 10 gold
That's true.
to
Maybe
just
they
beat me for a
Yeah,
night.
let's.
maybe they'd let
Let's-
us crash in the church.
As I
This-
leave, I
I
want
mean,
to
they
cast
probably
an
would.
illusion of the sheriff's head just staring at him. Leave it there.
Just peering in.
Alright. He just keeps on yelling. He's like he heads out of the inn and says, "You're looking for a room?" to the head.
Alright,
We got a new
let's try this.
vacancy. Okay. No luck. First in, no vacancy. Second one, well, it speaks for itself. You head to Gelden Stag's Rest. It's a rickety old establishment. You can see it starting to sink in on itself. It's not very big, and you wouldn't even tell that it's actually an inn at first. There's like this tiny little sign called Gelden Stag's Rest out the front of it. You'd miss it if you weren't looking for it. And you head in, and there's a nice little bell on the front door, like a nice wooden door. It's actually quite a nice rustic little house, and it's got a nice homely feel to it. There are a couple of couches that you can sit on in a small little lobby, a desk, and this very pleasant looking female human. She's a grey-haired woman, and she smiles at you all. Oh, some customers. Welcome, dears. And she has the demeanor of a kindly grandmother. Are
She's
you
a hag.
looking- Are you looking for room?
Yes, we'd like someone to stay tonight.
I like the hesitation on that.
Oh, you're powerful looking adventurers. I know that my accommodations may be lackluster and the rooms are small, but it's a homely establishment. We don't get many troublemakers here. And I know the rooms are a bit expensive, but I'm guessing that you're not too fussy. I wouldn't impose upon you all anything.
How much do you want for a room?
Oh, a silver.
Sounds good.
Perfect.
Oh, thank you, dears. I just need to ask you one question. Where do you come from? Where do you hail from?
California.
Oh, that's lovely. Come on through. And yeah, she takes us these very small rooms. They're furnished with just a stool, a chamber pot, and 2 cots with dirty furs thrown over them. Don't worry,
That'll do.
it's safe.
Mm-hmm.
Safer than
There's like no one else here in the tavern. As far as you guys know, you're the only one that's here in the inn.
creepy.
Actually, it's not even a bar. Yeah, it seems like there's no real flaws apart from it being kind of squalid lifestyle. There's no real flaws with the place. I mean, it seems to be a bargain, like, a silver piece. Like, that's literally a silver piece for all of you. Not like each.
That's suspicious. That Than's gonna he's gonna detect undead with his channel thing.
Alright, channel divinity.
Yeah.
Alright, she sees you holding your holy symbols and says, praying for a good night rest. Are you?
Oh, every night.
Is it just undead that it detects?
It Eyes of the Grave. It does this.
Right, yeah. You don't detect any undead.
Okay.
Make yourselves comfortable, dears. Would you like some tea?
I think I'm gonna stick with water tonight.
Is there enough
Thank you.
blankets for you? Anything else I can get you?
No, you're
I
most
think
kind.
we're good for now. Thank you.
Okay. Alright, so there's 2 cots, 3 rooms. Who's in what room? Who's with who?
You said 3 rooms?
Yeah. 2 cots in each room. So 6 of you, 3 rooms.
Keep in mind that Norin does snore very badly.
Alright, so there's 4
Oh.
rooms, 1 for Norin. And...
I'll stay in Lily's room.
All right.
okay, so Dan's in Lily's room.
I'd say you should
Yeah,
stick the
bunch of
snorer
girls
with the
together.
elf, because the elf doesn't.
Nara will go with the snorer. She's military. She's used to it.
Okay. And Thomas and Roderick.
Probably does a little snoring herself.
Alright, you guys just get settled in. Take off your gear or whatnot and get settled in. And then Thomas. Hello?
Change it back.
Thomas?
Yeah, I will have changed out of my clown costume once we settled in.
a clown the
My leather
entire
jacket.
time.
I forgot you were wearing that.
Alright, well,
The whole
people's
time.
reactions to you have been quite different than Thomas, like, as a clown. But,
Yes, I'm Lord Thomas the Clown. From...
hello, dear. Thomas. Are you there? Are you awake?
Yes?
I just wanted to ask you, can I come in for a moment?
Oh boy.
I look at Roderick. What do you think?
Sure.
All right. I'll,
Oh wait, let me put my pants on first.
You might not need to, by the sounds of it.
no, leave him off, it'll distract her.
I just, Alright, she comes in. She sits down on the stool. Then you guys are in bed. I was just wondering, where is California?
It's, west of Nevada and Arizona.
Oh. Oh, that's, sounds like it's very far away. And
Very
what
far.
about you, Roderick? Young man, where are you from?
I, the player, forgets exactly the name of the hills, but
Oh, that's lovely.
in the sort of southeast of here, I think it was the hills. Let's see if we can get a map of.
Where from? The Sorbran Hills?
Something like that.
Sorbran Hills, it would probably be. Or the...
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, you tell her where you're from.
Yeah.
Oh,
Something
is it,
generic.
It's in your
There are
bio.
lots of dwarves there.
I haven't.
Are there more dwarves than
there's-
humans?
There's humans as well.
Oh. Oh, sorry to intrude. You're trying to get to sleep. I'll leave you to it. Have a good night.
Where are you
You
from?
could talk to the elves. They don't sleep. Not properly, at least.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm born and bred here. In Brinchanda. And she exits. Hello, Nara.
Now's the time to pretend snoring.
Nara.
Norin is definitely actually snoring.
Alright, do you respond, Nara?
I'm sorry, could you hear me?
Yeah.
Can no.
Do you respond?
No.
Dan? Are you there, dear? Dan?
Yes?
Oh, you're still awake. I just wanted
Well-
to know What was that holy symbol you were holding before?
Ah, this is the dove.
Oh.
This is the holy symbol of my god.
Oh, what god is that?
Neuralis? Wait a second. I forget. Hold on.
Tell me.
He's really devoted.
Yes, Neuralis Analor.
Oh. I've never
God of the
heard
dove.
of that. Is that one of the Triad gods?
No, this is an elven god.
Oh.
God
Are you-
of...
Are you from the Sword
Very
and
powerful
Hills as
healer.
well, like Roderick?
Roderick.
Yeah.
Roderick's a dwarf.
Are you from
He's not
there?
an elf.
Oh.
No, I'm from the Forgotten Forest.
Oh.
Have you heard of the Forgotten Forest?
I have no-
Suddenly forgetting your god makes more
I think
sense.
so, but I've forgotten.
Yeah.
I,
A lot of people forget about it.
Alright, you guys can like
It's a
hear
thing.
these conversations as well. This place got thin walls. Oh, I've never heard of that. What were you doing today? Tell me about your day. What were you doing?
We were traveling to this wonderful town
Where from?
all day. From Mirabar.
Oh. How did you get here from Mirabar? Lily, are you awake? Lily.
Lily's not answering. She's meditating.
She's in her meditative state right now. You know how us elves, we like to meditate. That's how we get our rest.
Oh, I didn't know that. How long do you meditate for?
At least 4 hours.
Oh. And is it like sleeping?
It is equivalent.
Do dwarves do that? Wait, I'll just go and ask. Roderick!
She's not gonna give us a good night's sleep.
Can I meld into stone?
I have 3 levels of
Sleep on
exhaustion by the
it?
time it's
Meld into stone.
It just sinks into the ground.
That's fucking awesome.
Right, you meld into stone. You just get sucked into the
Ah.
stone floor.
Peace and quiet.
Thomas casts invisibility. Roll on the wild magic surge table, Thomas.
Oh, don't you
no.
fireball this place, Thomas.
Fireball. Yes. Yes.
Oh,
Ooh,
Should get that in combat.
Alright.
No kidding.
She just opens a door and Thomas, make a stealth check.
she just opens the door.
Yep, she just opens the door. Thomas! Roderick!
Oh,
Oh. She starts knocking on the wall. Naren, have you seen Roderick or Thomas? Naren? Oh.
I'm still snoring. Like Norn's asleep.
She comes back into Than's room. Roderick and Thomas are missing. Do you know
I've
where they've
assumed-
gone?
I've assumed meditating position next to Lily.
And
What's going on?
Lily! Roderick! She starts shaking you, Than. Than, wake up! Than! Than, Thomas
I
and
don't think
Roderick
she
are
can get the
missing!
thon.
Than's just meditating.
What was that,
Thon,
Lily?
you're inside my
awake?
dome. I don't think she can reach you.
Oh, there's not enough room for a tiny hut in this room. This ain't 10-foot radius room. It's like 10 by... It's like 10 by 5, basically.
I figured it'd just run into the walls.
No, it needs to have a enough space. So, she comes and starts shaking you awake, Lily.
I have to ask you not to be so touchy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did it disturb your meditation? I was just worried. Thomas and Roderick are not in their rooms. Do you know where they are?
They've probably gone down for a drink.
Where do they like to drink?
The
Anyway.
Comfort. Keenum's Comfort. Why don't you go see if they're there?
Oh no, I have to look after the inn. I have to tend to my guests. Is everything okay here?
You've done a wonderful job, but I'm going to ask from now on you don't interrupt my meditation.
Oh, I'm sorry. What happens if I interrupt it?
Could explode.
Makes me sad.
Oh. Does that like affect your meditation? Is it an elven thing?
It is.
Some bad Yelp reviews, that's for sure.
Is this your first time in Bryn Shander?
I'm not sure.
She keeps talking.
Do you know where Thomas and Roderick are? Are you sure that they're drinking?
I swear I answered that.
That's what they usually do.
Oh, Than, you're awake. Than, do you know where Thomas and Roderick may be? I think I should wake Naren up.
I believe that everyone is trying to sleep, and I think all of us would like to have undisturbed sleep, and we're willing to give you another
Yes. I'm sorry.
payment. How about we give you a gold to leave us in peace for the night?
No. I'm sorry. You need your rest.
Nara sticks her head out the door and says, "What the hell is going on out there?"
I'm sorry. I know you need your rest.
We'll be more than happy to tell you everything you want to know in the morning.
Do you have a big day planned tomorrow? Is that why you need your rest?
How about we talk about it in the morning? For now, we all need our rest.
Do you have something big planned for tomorrow?
She's in there. I'm gonna shut the door and stack my bed against it and sleep on the corner of the floor.
You can use my bed. I'm in a stone.
Yeah, at this
Okay.
point we're gonna barricade the doors.
Yeah.
Nara calls for her, tries to get her attention.
Oh, Nara dear. Thomas and Roderick are missing.
I want to cast command. And my command is silence.
Okay.
It'll last for 6 seconds.
She shuts up. What was that? 6 seconds later.
While she's still silent, then I shut my door and start ignoring her again.
Nara? Nara?
Honestly, probably hard to hear her over Norin snoring. Because he does snore loud.
She seems quite persistent. Might have to knock her out.
Alright, she pretty much keeps on questioning you guys until she gets really tired herself. I'm just going to sleep now, she says, like an hour later.
What the hell?
And you guys wake up the next morning. Did you have a good sleep? She's right out the front of your room when you wake up.
I had the very good sleep. Thank you.
Eventually.
Open the door and she's standing there.
What are you doing today?
Hunting thieves.
Lily's dimension dooring.
just getting out of there.
Lily teleports all of us out here. So fucking back to whoever. Hey, can't we teleport? No, never mind. Can we teleport to the ship?
Teleportation
Don't we have a thing?
circle back to Waterdeep
No.
and then make your way back to Bryn Shander to avoid her.
No, we didn't have a permanent circle on the ship.
Alright. Oh. Lily's... Alright, did you take Than with you, Lily? You're actually dimension dooring now.
If he wants to come, yeah, he can come.
Yes, yes.
Oh.
He's willing.
Oh, Lily and Than. I didn't even
They're out
see
the
them
street,
leave.
like down the way.
Norren, did you know that Than and Lily are gone?
And they probably went to go get the breakfast. No big deal. Thank you for the room, and I'll walk out.
What
Actually,
are you
that's
up to
exactly
today?
what I'll take down to do.
Are you going to stay another night? Please, I need
No.
business. Business has been slow. I don't have any patrons. Roderick,
Norin didn't
where did
know
you
that
go
she
last
did what
night?
she did, so.
I'll give her an extra silver and just walk away.
What's this for? Alright, you guys leave. And yeah, you just have to basically ignore her. And yeah, I mean, couldn't understand why there's no one in that inn.
It's like visiting my grandma.
Alright, you guys wake up, you prepare your spells, you get ready, and you hear it's another dreadfully cold day in Icewind Dale. You're all bundled up in your warmest furs. Despite the pestering, you all got a decent sleep. You head out to Bryn Shander's Market Square. It bustles with knucklehead trout fishers are all selling their finest scrimshaw to traders from the south. Other common folk are warming their hands and faces by small campfires. Everywhere across the town, people are trudging through these snow-covered streets on errands. And it's pretty cozy inside Bryn Shander. The town's outer walls block the worst of the wind. Not all of it. Sudden blast occasionally catches everyone by surprise, causing shivers and grumbles all around. And you guys head out to the market stall and you get some breakfast, some nice fresh fish. And what's the plan for today?
Should probably go break them to the sheriff.
We owe him that.
Just get that done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like a bandage.
do
Yep.
that and then
Let's
grab
do
the
it.
griffins and
Head off
get
down the
on
road.
this one.
We got
Yep.
the information we need. Yeah, we gotta head down.
The mood of the town changes abruptly.
Of course it does.
Something
really?
is amiss. Pedestrians are vacating the square with great haste, disappearing to their hovel. A league of spear-toting guards with grim faces move with purpose towards the southwest gate. What do you guys
I'll
do?
call out to. I'll
No,
call
we need
out
to go there
the
quick.
Guards. What is happening? What is going on at the gate?
Stay inside your homes!
Like hell we are. Let's go.
I mean, we're not from here, so we have no homes to stay inside. What is going on?
They're already just marching off.
Just follow. Just follow.
Yeah, let's follow.
Yeah, let's just go. Follow.
You guys head towards the southwest gate, and you hear this booming voice come from that direction as it calls out, "Surrender, Artus Simba, or die!"
Do we know who Artis is?
You could make a history check.
Is he a stone?
Artist of stone.
You'll have to make the history check to find out.
Or
He's
no.
not a stone.
Nice.
Alright,
I
you
know
guys,
he's not granite.
you guys look around the town and peering up from some of the hills around the walls as you look around the city. Frost giant, frost giant, frost giant. There's frost giants surrounding the city from every single angle. Lily, you've heard of Artis Simba. He's a member of Force Grey, or a former member of Force Grey, Waterdeep's secret guard.
I say we grab our griffins and
Whoa, look at this lady.
I'd rather not.
Alright, you
It's like
guys.
big creepy.
You guys run towards the southwest gate, and it's a full-scale frost giant attack. You hear this massive horn. It's not coming from anywhere within the town. It's coming from the frost giants. Advance! They're not opening the gates. Hell! And suddenly rocks just start getting launched over the walls. Just start smashing through roofs of buildings, crushing people. People are screaming, running around. Homes are just completely destroyed. One more chance! Surrender, Artis Simba, or die! Alright, you guys have now just arrived at the gate. And when those rocks start getting thrown, the guards started running. They just abandoned their posts, and the guards that just marched past you, new plan, run for your lives! They just start running, and as one of them's running off, a rock just absolutely flattens one of the guards. So, it's pretty much just you guys here. You and Orgrek at the gate.
Oh, she didn't run.
And she's the only one standing there. So, this is not your first rodeo with giants. I'm sure some of you guys know how this goes. You know all those lovely NPCs that you guys met? Each one of you get to control one of those NPCs for this encounter.
Nice.
Oh man.
Interesting.
And the point is to keep them alive while playing true to their personality traits.
We do.
What is the personality trait of the lady who kept us up?
You do not have to play her. She's dead. That tavern is squashed.
God.
That was the first one to get squashed.
Poor lady.
She melted into stone as well.
Awesome. We got a free place to stay tonight.
All right. So, Nara, you will play Markham Southwell, the sheriff. Actually, no, I think you're more akin to Sirac of Suzale. You're from Coromir. He's from Coromir. You'll play Sirac of Suzale. So, I'll give you his character sheet as well. And, okay, so Sirac, an acolyte of Torm. You should see his character sheet there. It tells you a little bit of information about him, and you've kind of seen how they are, like, with interacting with them. So, he has his ideal. Without duty or loyalty, a man is nothing. His bond is Icewind Dale is where I belong for the rest of my life. And his flaw is he's honest to a fault. Then, you can play as Duvessa Shane, the town crier, the daughter of a Waterdhavian trader and a tavern server. She has her mother's talent for negotiation and her father's charm. The first woman to serve as town speaker of Bryn Shander, and a young one at the much. She has much to prove. Her ideal is the people of Icewind Dale are survivors. They can weather any storm. Her bond is, my mother taught me what it means to be a good leader. I won't disappoint her. And her flaw is, I don't give an inch in any argument or conflict. You'll have her character sheet.
Okay.
And, Roderick. I'm not being dwarfished, but you can play Orgrek. She's the sheriff's deputy, guards the southwest gate of Bryn Shander. She welcomes visitors to town. She has a good heart. Her ideal is you'll get farther in life with a kind word rather than an act. Her bond is Bryn Shander is my home. It's my job to protect her. And her flaw is I'm head over heels in love with Sheriff Southwell. One day I hope to marry him. And Thomas will play Markham Southwell. Alright, so Markham, as you guys know, he's the sheriff of Bryn Shander, brawny, likable man, a few words. Nothing is more important to him than protecting Icewind Dale. He judges others by their actions, not their words. His ideal is all people deserve to be treated with dignity. His bond is Duvessa is a natural leader, but she needs help. That's my job. And his flaw is I bury my emotions and have no interest in small talk. Lily, you'll play Beldora. I'll give you her character sheet. And Beldora is a member of the Harpers who survives using her wits and wiles. She looks like a homeless waif, but she's a survivor who shies away from material wealth. her ideal is we should all strive to help one another. Her bond is I'll risk my life to protect the powerless. And her flaw is I like lying to people. Makes life more interesting, no? And Norin, you'll pay Sir Barrack Nyleth. So I think last time you played this campaign with me, you were him as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
So you get him again. But he's a little bit different this time. Because you guys had caught the Weevil, he's a little bit more hopeless. And not as zealous. So he's a knight of the Order of the Gauntlet. He's sworn oaths to catch evildoers and bring them to justice. His former quarry is a dwarf brigand, Warven Weevil, rumored to be hiding in Icewind Dale. He also has an unarmored warhorse called Henry. And his ideal is evil must not be allowed to thrive in this world. Bond is Tyr is my lord, the Order, my family. Through my actions I shall honor both. And his flaw is I'm not afraid to die. Even if he commits a petty crime like brandishing a longsword. When Tia finally calls me, I'll go happily to him.
That's a really it's a really easy flaw to play.
Alright, so all of these people, they obviously are they're bound to Bryn Shander in some way. So Orgrek's gonna be at the gate with you guys. Syrek's gonna be at the temple. Duvessa's going to actually be at the southwest gate. She's actually nearby. Markham Southwell has rushed to the southwest gate. Beldora is going to be watching from the market. And Sir Barrack is going to be at Kelvin's Comfort. He's just stood out onto the street. Alright, so you guys all have stat blocks. How you guys run them during the battle is up to you guys. But you should review their ideals, bonds, and flaws and try to use them true to their nature. It would not be advised to try to keep them out of the fight because there are rocks getting flung every which way. Just saying. Yeah, take a look at that and you guys will have a little bit of time to review because we'll wrap up today's session here.
Cool.
For every NPC that survives, I mean, this is out of game. It can lead to other quests. If you guys protect Bryn Shander and they survive, people are going to be indebted to you, and they may open up to you more and have quests for you guys too.
And this will be the
Kind of like Triad, right?
This will be the third time we've done this, where we took control of NPCs. We did in Tribor, and then Golden Fields. Now here.
Golden Fields was a big one.
Yeah.
That started a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Only someone had suggested we go there earlier.
Yeah, Seb. I remember in the last campaign, I think I joined when we were in Golden Fields, and then we went to Bryn Shander almost immediately after that. Like we took a long trip. So we were a much lower level.
Yeah. There'll be a couple of surprises in this encounter for you guys. But yeah, take a look at those characters and we'll start off next week with a bang with you guys protecting Bryn Shander. See you guys then.
I'm doing is going for my griffin.
Alright guys, have a good night.
Have a good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Yeah.
Later.
Night, guys.
See you next time. Bye-bye.